welcome back, everyone. Hold up, let me switch it here. Hey, happy Saturday! Welcome back to the stream. It has been a couple weeks. I'm excited to get back to it. Hi, 21 Snakes. Yes, it is indeed finger pointing time. Let me load up the game here. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, welcome back. It's been a bit. I had a good time being out of town the last couple weekends. Tested. Did not catch the COVIDs while I was out and about, so that's all good. Oh my god, I gotta do all this other stuff. Okay, hold on. Let's go to... which one can we sit on while we wait here? Here, we'll sit on the chatting screen. What is this? Google Play Games. What is this? Making me do a thing. I didn't think it was gonna make us do a thing. This is the first time it's made us do something like this. So I'm like woefully unprepared here. Oh, thank you! Thank you. Yeah, I finally got to see my stylist when I went out of town last weekend. So I got my short hair back. I no longer have long black pandemic hair. I have the hair I've been... I have my some random shade of red. Short hair. So yeah, I usually keep my hair like this. Oh, yeah, I think we're ready now. There we go. Now we can go back to the screen. Yeah, I usually keep my hair, short like this. Get it recut every, 6 months or so, whatever. And then it's some random whatever shade of red I feel like making it. So we went with a red with a... It has a tinge of like little pink in it, but it doesn't really show up, so it's just bright red. And then sometimes I've done like more pink, sometimes I've done like a deeper red that's like a little more purple to it. So yeah. All good, all fun. And now my hairstyle more closely matches my my avatar picture on Twitch, so that's pretty funny. It was kind of interesting to like not look anything like my pictures for like a while. So yeah, thank you, appreciate it. All right. Hold up, let's pause our Best of Ace Attorney playlist there. Anyway, game is so good. You've been excited? I'm excited too. I don't remember if I've ever even seen any part of Dual Destinies, so... Because normally, like, the rest of the games, I've, like, touched it a little bit, but then, like, had no memory of anything, really. But I don't think I've ever actually touched this one at all, or watched any of my friends play it, which would sometimes happen, so... Yeah, even more blind than normal. Whatever, for what that's worth, so it'll be fun. I'm excited here. Alright, let's, I guess we're just gonna get started. How about that? Let's just go in. Whoa, we got some upgraded graphics! That's a bomb. That's everybody fleeing the courthouse. Right, so we're starting off...
Our dark times, where the law has been reduced to rubble.
We're voiced?
It's up to us to restore it to its former glory.
Voiced? That's awesome. We're starting off with a bang here, literally.
I know what you mean. It looks like your target finally decided to make a move. Don't you worry. I've got a trusty new partner on board.
The hell is this? Who's this?
Done. Ready to go? You bet. Let's do this.
She's been with us for half a year, though I can hardly believe it.
I definitely thought we were still gonna be going with Apollo.
Our greatest weapon.
Ow!
Are you alright, man?
Oof. It's making the face. That little dude. That's cute.
Yeah, it's for this very reason I returned. Time to bring it to an end.
Did you get your badge back, Phoenix? He got it back! Hey! Phoenix Wright is once again an attorney. All is well. Ignoring the fact the courthouse just got blown up. The hell is going on here? Wait, is that Apollo? What the fuck? Are you okay, man? Was he just like at the scene when the bomb went off and then now he came back to it? Is that what happened? Well. He broke. Who injured our Polly? Oh, that's the bomb, yeah. Best thing about bombs is how they erase and destroy without discretion. That they do. Now all I have to do is to pin everything on that little girl. What little girl? Yeah, gee, I wonder who did it. Well, here we go again. December 17th, 9:22 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 5. Athena! Is that our new heroine's name? Athena? Oh, crap. They moved the text box. Hold on, let me move me. Let me move me a little bit. There we go. Get me out of the way there. Nope. Not feeling nervous at all. It's amazing what a girl can get used to. Even a tense atmosphere like this is no biggie. Doing okay, Athena? Hey, Apollo! Whoa, the graphics are like pretty darn cool here. We got upgraded. Oh, Apollo. Yeah, doing great. Like, I'm a little too great. Oh yeah? Well, that's good to hear. Although, I could have sworn I heard your voice crack for a second there. Oof, I'm that transparent, huh? Cracking? No, my voice isn't cracking. Nerves of steel here, I tell you. We have nerves of steel and, what was it? Cords of steel, right? For Apollo. This is Apollo Justice. He's a fellow lawyer at the office I work for. Apollo is the lead for the defense on this case. But I'm gonna be there at the bench with him, doing what I can to help out. I'll do whatever it takes to defend Junie. I mean, that's clearly saved. Ooh! Is this a transcript, so if I miss something, I can go back and read it now? That's awesome. Ah, quality of life. I appreciate that. The voice crack line from Apollo is what Kristoff said to him in Apollo Justice. Oh, nice. Speaking of steel, how are you holding up? That explosion really did a number on you. I'm just happy that you're okay, Athena. Although, I can't pretend I have no connection to this case. That's why I'm gonna see to it that Juniper's name is cleared. And I'm sure you feel much the same way. You got that right. I won't rest until Junie is completely cleared of all suspicion. Alright, so our defendant's name is clearly Junie. Apollo? Athena? Oh, sorry, Athena? Oh, this must be Junie. Thank you for doing this for me. Junie! Woods? Juniper Woods, is that her name? She's got a cough. You okay, girl? Sniffing the sunflowers, okay. Oh, you know what? Fully animated characters is pretty cool. Hey, are you okay? Sorry about that. I always seem to go into coughing fits whenever I get nervous. This kind of thing never happens at home in the forest, though. Yeah, it's all 3D. Very cool. This is Juniper Woods. She's my dear, dear childhood friend, and she's also our client for this case. The news keeps repeating that Junie is the alleged bomber. But that's ridiculous. There's no way Junie would do anything like that. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Why? What a weird thing to blame on someone. I brought you a little snack, Athena. Just a little something from my garden. Hey, thanks. So, is this an orange or a tangerine? It's an orange. My grandma says that orange is the color of strength and endurance. Is that true? I don't know my color theories. Oh, I get it. Strength is for the trial, right? Junie, you're always so good to me. Jeez, look at me, standing here, clutching an orange to my chest with tears in my eyes. Well, don't you worry. We'll be so powerful in there, they won't know what hit them. Right, Apollo? Hey, Darjeelingling. Yep, 3D models. By the way, I'm borrowing your mug because one of mine didn't get washed properly, so it's drying. Yeah, that's right. Come what may, this is one trial we just can't lose. Why are you sweating? What? Apollo! You okay? Uh-oh, shit. Apollo! Apollo! Bruh. You were caught up in an explosion, dude. What are you doing here? Blood is seeping through his bandages. One of his wounds must have reopened. All this time he was trying to put on a brave face, but he really was overdoing it. Oh, he was really overdoing it. Sorry. Mr. Justice! Huh? Trial's about to start, sir. Please proceed to the courtroom. What? Now? But Apollo's in no state to defend. I have to defend Juniper. What are we gonna do? The trial's about to start with or without us. There's only one other option I can think of at a time like this. But even if I called him now, he'd never get here in time. No, wait. There's something else I can do. Apollo? Give me all the evidence for the case. Huh? What are you gonna do? Bailiff? Yes, miss? The defense would like to submit a substitution of attorney petition. Athena! You're not seriously... You just concentrate on getting better. I'll defend Junie. All by yourself? Athena, stop for a second. Think about what you're saying. You've never once taken a case on alone before, right? No hay problema. I can handle it, I think. But I guess it's really up to you, Junie. Would you be okay with me taking over? Sure. I believe in you, Athena. And that's enough for me. You're worried for me, aren't you? To be honest, I'm pretty nervous too. I think my heart might just burst out of my chest. But you're in no shape to stand at the bench now. So you'll just have to leave it to me. Alright, I can see your mind's made up anyway. I hate it that I can't be there, but I know you'll give your utmost to defend Juniper. You bet I will. Rest assured of that. My name is Athena Sykes. I'm still just a newbie, but I'm a lawyer. This is only the second time I've taken the lead in a defense case. It'll be the first time I stand up there alone, though. But I have to do this. And I'm definitely not about to let anything bad happen to Junie. December 17th, 9:46 a.m., District Court. Courtroom number 5. All rise. Court is now in session. Look at that fully animated everything. Damn, this is cool. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh god, somebody got this man a hair transplant. And he's going a little overboard. Or, no, actually, no, hold on. He grew out the back and combed it over. He has a wicked comb over right now. Although he did dye his hair because he was graying pretty hard last time we saw him, I think. That's funny. Anyway.
Prosecution is also ready, Your Honor. And what is the meaning of this? I was under the impression that Mr. Red Monkey would be my opponent today.
Well, yes, the substitution of attorney petition was submitted just a few minutes ago. The timeline is completely screwed up in this game. On the timeline, this is the second to last case. What the fuck? Okay. Well, we're in for a treat then. Due to the explosion in the courthouse yesterday, Mr. Justice is unable to continue.
I see. Not at all surprised to use that as an excuse to run away. With me as an adversary who wouldn't want to feign illness in order to escape.
You're so full of it, Payne.
What? The nerve of that guy. I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. Well, I would if I wasn't so nervous. This arrogant jerk! You arrogant jerk!
Is Widget this thing?
No, Widget! Is my hearing getting worse? I could have sworn I heard the defense say something just now.
Nope, nothing at all. We didn't say shit!
No! You didn't hear anything at all, especially not from me.
How odd. I could have sworn I also heard something.
Oh, that would be my indispensable partner, Widget. He sometimes blurts out what I'm thinking. Well then, if that's the case, then it's a clear contradiction to what you just stated.
A contradiction?
You just stated that you said nothing. However, if that device of yours says what you're thinking, then you indeed said I was, what was it? Elegance at work?
I'm glad you didn't actually hear that and you need to get your ears checked, so that worked out in our favor. Actually, it was arrogant jerk.
At any rate, what does it matter if it's a red monkey or a yellow monkey facing me? No fresh out of law school rookie can defend this witness.
Mr. Payne, I believe that's enough. Let us get back to the case.
Of course, Your Honor. I'm more than ready to show this little girl why they call me the Rookie Humiliator.
I knew it. He really is an arrogant jerk.
Arrogant jerk!
We'll find a good voice for Widget eventually, don't worry. Miss Sykes, if you continue to insult the prosecution, I will remove you from this court. I'm very sorry. It's just a knee-jerk reaction. Now then, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, if you please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now then, the incident occurred yesterday here at this very courthouse in courtroom number 4. At that time, the trial for a certain bombing was being held in courtroom number 4.
Ah, yes, I was presiding over that trial as well. And Mr. Justice was there as a lawyer for the defense.
A bomb that was being presented as evidence suddenly went off during the trial. It was a terrible incident, and courtroom number 4 was completely destroyed. Fortunately, we were able to start evacuation procedures before the explosion occurred.
You mean the part where we saw everybody running away in a panic?
Just a few seconds more and it would have turned into a horrific loss of human life.
But there was, in fact, one death, was there not? Ooh, that's bad.
That is correct, Your Honor. When courtroom number 4 was examined after the blast, the body of Detective Candace Arm was discovered. She was to take the stand as a witness later in the trial.
I suppose she wasn't able to evacuate in time. What a terrible tragedy. I must admit, I stumbled at least 10 times myself before I was able to escape.
Maybe the court should see to getting you even shorter robes.
Did I get the pun in her name? Candace Arm. Can disarm the bomb. Got it. I figured it out. This game and the punny names.
The victim's body was found near the entrance to the courtroom. I suspect she stayed until the very end to help guide the others out safely. Your Honor, allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy report. And details about the bomb.
Arm's autopsy report added to the court record. Cause of death, trauma to the back of the head, caused by impact with a flat object. Time of death between 8 and 11 a.m. Okay, can I look at that stuff now? Stuffed animal bomb. The time bomb that destroyed the courtroom. It was hidden inside a stuffed animal when it was detonated.
Guilty.
That's kind of cute, though. It's a little devil elephant. You're guilty. It's cute. Check Payne's profile as soon as we can. Okay.
Okay, I know how this works. All evidence for the trial is filed in the court record. When I want to check something, I just tap the court record panel in the upper right. Please let me check it. Attorney's badge. My brand new shiny badge. It shows that I'm a defense attorney.
Yep, there's the photo. Okay.
Guilty.
People. Apollo Justice, another lawyer at the office. He's passionate about the law and hates anything that's not fair or just. Juniper Woods, our client in this case. We've been friends since childhood, a sweet girl who loves nature. Gaspin Payne. Is that really his first name? What kind of name is Gaspin? The prosecuting attorney. He just seems to exude unpleasantness. It's a different Payne than in the last games? Oh. That explains the hair change. That's a terrible name. It's funny though. And it was, oh yeah, it was Winston Payne before. Huh. How old was Winston? Are they brothers? Is Gaspin older or younger? I have questions now. Winced in pain, gasped in pain. I see what you did there, Capcom. I see what you did. Candace Arm, the victim in this case, a detective who was heading up the investigation into a bombing incident. This game hurts my head sometimes, but in a good way.
I'd better take a peek later.
Or now, we just did that. Now then, please call the accused to the witness stand.
Aw, poor Junie.
Defendant, are you feeling all right? You're looking a bit pale.
I'm so sorry. I was feeling a bit weak when I first arrived here at the courthouse. But I'm alright.
Junie's really giving it her all. I better make sure I do the same.
If we could please proceed. Your name and occupation, defendant. Juniper Woods. I'm a high school student. Miss Woods, can you confirm you were in the courthouse on the day in question?
Why would you think that a high school student, a young girl high school student, has the know-how to make a bomb like that?
Miss Woods, can you confirm you were in the courthouse on the day in question? Yes, I came to know Apollo Justice through my friend Dina. And so, I was there yesterday to watch his trial and lend my support.
She's crying! So sad. Fully orchestrated music, yeah, it's very cool. Very good quality. They really stepped it up in this game, damn. Something's wrong. Junie's really scared.
Did you know I'm also known as the Defendant Humiliator?
Why is that something to be proud of? It just makes you an asshole.
It looks like I have yet another chance to show everyone how I earned that moniker.
Does his arrogance know no bounds? I have to protect Junie no matter what.
Hey, you arrogant Prosecutor Payne.
Oh, nice pointing pose. Very good. Straight arm. And then that little flare in her finger bend.
What is it? Do you want me to demonstrate why I'm known as the Rookie Humiliator instead?
Deep breaths, Athena. Don't let him get to you. Do you want to know why they call me the asshole? Yeah, that's pretty much what he's asking. He's asking why we want to know how he became an asshole.
Prosecutor Payne, Junie is telling the truth. Mr. Justice also backed up her claim when we saw him in the defendant lobby. And Junie, he said that he was glad to get the lotus root you gave him too. He was? My grandma says lotus root is good for your eyes. She says they can even help you see into the future.
Wow. They can? That's the perfect present for a lawyer. And if that's true, I guess he must not have eaten them. Shots fired. A sweet meek girl like this blowing a courtroom to bits? I must say, it's very hard to believe. See, you've got a little sense in you.
Objection!
Oh, different voice.
Now, Your Honor, don't let her seemingly innocent appearance fool you. The defendant had a motive for committing this crime. That's not true. I don't have any kind of motive. And I didn't even know the lady who was killed. I admit that investigation didn't turn up any connection between the victim and the defendant. However, that doesn't matter. The only thing that does is that her objective was... Hold on. Grammar. The only thing that does is that her objective... I don't think that got translated right. So, grammar check. The only thing that does is show that her objective was the destruction of courtroom number 4 itself.
Something was missing in that statement for sure.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Why in the world would Miss Woods want to do that? That's a very good question coming from a novice such as yourself. But first, a question for the defendant. Have you ever been brought up on false charges? What? Well, why, yes. Yes, I have. And did that experience cause you to harbor a grudge against the court system? Now wait just 1 minute. If that kind of thing was a motive for blowing things up, then every one of our clients would turn into bombers.
That's a valid point. We wouldn't have a single courthouse left standing in the land.
I concede the accused isn't the only one who might bear resentment against the courts. But Miss Woods is the only person who could have committed this crime. Why? Because we have found some decisive evidence that proves the defendant's guilt.
Your decisive evidence is hardly ever actually decisive.
Decisive, huh? I'll believe it when I see it. It involves a very unique aspect of the bomb itself, Your Honor.
And what exactly was so unique about it?
Why don't we have Miss Psyche answer that question? Huh? Me? I noticed that you appear to be very nervous. And well, gentleman that I am, I'd like to offer you the chance to gain some confidence with such an easy question. Could he be any more condescending? Really, what a thoroughly unpleasant man. L is for loser. What did it just say? Nothing! Not a single thing! Now let's see. What was I supposed to do at a time like this? Oh, I know. The court record. The information I need is somewhere in the court record.
All right, Miss Sykes, let's hear your answer. Is it really, though? That's a photo. I don't know what I'm looking for. Oh, shit. Oh, there we go. What was unique about the bomb that blew up the courtroom? Was it because it was... It was inside a stuffed animal. It was hidden inside a stuffed animal when it was detonated.
Mr. Payne, what kind of simpleton do you take me for? It was stuffed inside a stuffed animal. Its evil intentions covered up by a cute exterior. Very good. Have a cookie.
I love cookies, though.
The bomb that went off in the courtroom was indeed hidden inside a stuffed animal. There, how do you like that? Not bad, huh? I am fine, just like I said from the start. I can do this.
Yes, as I recall, the bomb was stuffed inside a stuffed animal the whole time. I never even got to take a look at it. But what connection does this impish elephant have with the defendant?
The answer to that question lies in another piece of evidence which I have here.
The tail? And what, pray tell, is this? It appears to be a little singed.
It's a tail, Your Honor. The tail of a poor victim of the explosion.
This is incredible! Are you saying it's Detective Arm's tail? Judge. Please.
Your Honor is so very close, but no, it belongs to this stuffed animal. It's called the Phony Fanty, a rather unpleasant name, if you ask me.
He's the mascot for a campaign to eliminate false evidence and false charges, is he not?
Exactly. His motto is, phony evidence is just trunked up.
That's so wrong on so many levels.
Phony Fanty's tail is made of vinyl cloth, and we found something very interesting on its surface. The defendant's fingerprints. What? Phony Fanty provided the prosecution with all the evidence we need. It clearly proves that the accused handled the bomb. No, it proves she handled a plushie. Her hair just whacked her in the eyes! That's dangerous. That doesn't make any sense. Why would Junie's fingerprints be on it? That does appear to be pretty irrefutable evidence. The court accepts it into evidence. Great, thanks. Phony Fanty tail, a piece of stuffed animal that the bomb was inserted into. The defendant's fingerprints were found on it. Was this plush in Apollo's briefcase by any chance? Because if she was giving him stuff, she might have, like, stuck her hand in there. And then, you know, fingerprints. Miss Woods, do you have an explanation for this? I don't understand. How about you, Miss Sykes? Do you have any plausible explanation to refute this decisive piece of evidence? Well, I can't do it. I can't think of a single thing. But I'd better come up with something for Junie's sake. You can't produce an answer. We could always go straight to the ruling if you prefer.
No, I have to say something fast.
Oh no, I can't get my voice to work. Why now of all times?
Uh-oh. Do you have crippling social anxiety? Because that is a thing.
I thought I overcame this already. Maybe I'm still not ready to stand in court?
Oh my god, she's got some serious trauma. Dude, what the fuck? So something happened and she witnessed something, but then nobody was listening to her, maybe?
As
So
you
she-
can see, there is no room for debate.
Objection!
Phoenix! Save me!
Why, it's you.
Hey, Phoenix. Save me! Beanie, help! Sorry it took me so long to get here, Athena. Yep, it's very Animo. Paulo explained the whole thing to me over the phone. He asked me to come help you out in his place.
Thanks for coming. I hate to admit it, but I was having a real rough time on my own.
Oh, I don't know. I think you were doing just fine, all things considered. And you hung in there, giving me enough time to get here. Now let's turn things around.
You got it, boss.
Ho ho ho! Look who showed up out of the blue. If it isn't Mr. Phoenix Wright, he always managed to surprise me.
Your Honor, Mr. Payne has called for an early ruling.
But I believe there are still many things that need to be deliberated. How did Miss Wood's fingerprints wind up on the stuffed animal tail? How was the bomb even detonated? Until these questions are answered, I assert it's impossible for a fair ruling to be made. You are absolutely right. Let us continue from where we left off. I assume you have no objections, Mr. Payne?
None at all, Your Honor.
She's coughing herself, it's fine. She listen to that. Miss Woods really looks like she's having a hard time.
Junie's really struggling, Mr. Wright. I get the sense she's afraid of the courtroom itself.
Because of yesterday?
Yeah, it was understandably very traumatic for her.
Poor thing. Here she is, back at the courthouse again, being so brave. I'd like to make a request, Your Honor. If at all possible, I'd like to have Miss Woods rest in the lobby. Given the defendant's condition... Very well, I grant special permission.
You go get some rest, Junie, and leave the rest to us. Okay, thank you. Sorry about this. Phoenix Wright. I've been looking forward to meeting you.
It's been a while, Mr. Payne.
You're more clueless than I'd heard. I do believe you mean, how do you do? For I am Gaspin Payne. I'm the younger brother of your long-standing rival, Winston Payne.
What? Long-standing rival? Were we ever rivals? Were we ever rivals, let alone long-standing? Payne trying to take credit for Edgeworth being Phoenix's ultimate rival. And bestie friend. An ultimate ship.
You'll see, Mr. Wright. I will cleanse Winston of the disgrace he met with at your hands.
Looks like this royal Payne is going to be as thoroughly unpleasant as the other.
Your Honor! The prosecution would now like to call a decisive witness to the stand. This witness will testify as to how the accused detonated the bomb in the courtroom.
Very well. Please call your witness, Mr. Payne. It was you! We know it was this guy, because we saw the anime in the opening sequence that told us it was this guy.
Witness, your name and occupation, please.
Witness? Phoenix's damage sprites really didn't translate well to 3D. Oof. Name, Ted Tonate. Occupation, bomb disposal specialist. Oh my, what a strange robotic voice you have. Oh, god damn it. Hold on. I might have a thing for this. Nope, I can spell. Give me a sec. No. Wait, do I not? I thought I installed it. Apps. All. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's see if I can get this set up here. It's like loading. Alright, we'll kind of keep going while I try to load this thing up. Alright. Oh my, what a strange robotic voice you have. Okay, okay. Entering with Twitch. Oh. There we go. I totally forgot to, like, load this up beforehand. Let me see if the option that I want is available. Chipmunk, boomer. No, no. Damn it. The one I want is not available. Okay, never mind. I did get a voice mod software, and sometimes they have a robotic one available. But I don't want to buy it right now, so it's fine.
Speech synthesis via typing, it is the same as me talking. He sounds exactly like a robot.
Can't you speak in a normal manner? I can.
He can? But I do not like to speak. Speaking is inefficient. Energy expenditure. Speaking greater than typing. Understand?
What an odd witness.
Mr. Tonate was in charge of the bomb for the trial that was there when it went off.
And he probably said it to go off. So, just saying. Just saying. Being a bomb squad specialist, do you have any relation to the defendant? Wow, what a convenient job to have when you like to blow things up. Name pun? Yeah, Ted Tonate. Detonate? Yeah, I got that. I got that one.
Negative. I first met the girl while on this job. Many people are employed by the police. I know only a fraction of them. However, I was shocked when I first discovered the body of the victim.
Shocked? Damn it, this is really annoying. Hold on. Speech jammer, boomer punt. None of these are gonna work. What if we just get it? I'm like, it's hard to do consistent good robot voice. I'm trying to see if I could just find it on here. Oh, there's a police bot? Alright, we'll think about that for the future. Okay.
I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. I went there to ensure safety, but I ended up discovering a dead body.
So he was the first to discover the body, was he?
He is here to testify about the circumstances surrounding the moment of the explosion.
Very well, the court will hear Mr. Tonate's testimony. But, at the very least, show this court some respect and remove that face guard, witness. What? What's up with these goggles? When the bomb went off?
The bomb was originally disarmed by me, then transported here as evidence.
Yeah, he definitely did not bother to actually, what's it called? Disarm it.
Bomb name, HH3000. Operated by timer or with a remote. I was watching from the gallery when I suddenly became alarmed.
I'm sorry, my brain just broke for a second watching this. Not only are they binoculars, but the binoculars blink, and I'm just like trying to process this. I can't. This is so— the technology in this game is so weird. They got little eyeballs. Yeah, it's a high budget dude.
I saw that the bomb's timer was counting down.
So, even though the bomb was supposed to be disarmed, it somehow got switched on?
Precisely. Activating the timer is very simple. 1. Connect wires. 2. Switch on timer. A monkey could do it. I am sure even you would be able to, Mr. Wright.
Rude.
I guess this makes you the blue monkey in the barrel of fun, boss.
I'd now like to begin my cross-examination. Mr. Tornade, what is that? HH3000, aka a bomb. Why? Why? Bomb? Great googly moogly! What did Payne say? Yag! Great googly moogly, it's all gone to shit. Mr. Tornade, I demand you disarm that this instant. Damn, that was quick. Disassembly complete. HMPH 5.3. Sorry, 5.3 seconds. 0.2 seconds short of my personal best. Are you trying to give me a heart attack? I'm not exactly a spring chicken, you know. This is an exact replica of the HH3000. And he put it together again. It is used to practice disarming bombs. Disarm equals success. Explosion equals failure. An exact replica of the bomb that exploded, is it? So that's what it looked like. I submitted a photograph of the real bomb taken just before the trial. This one's got a cracked display. Dimensions 10 inches. Height by 10 inches. Width by 10 inches. Depth. Weight 12 pounds. A perfect replication. Your bomb does appear to be a very good copy indeed. Yes, however, I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. It has a very puzzling wiring setup. It is regrettable I could not replicate it. Witness, that's enough. There's no need to replicate anything here. HH3000 bomb, it was hidden inside a stuffed animal and can be detonated remotely. And now, the defense would begin their cross-examination. There's a picture! .5/16" alloy plating. I wonder if the dimensions are gonna come into play here. It's 10 by 10 by 10 and weighs 12 pounds. That's a pretty big plush in that case, if this is supposed to be 10 inches. Yeah, it's a big plush. Where's Miss Sykes gone to? Athena, you can come out now.
Okay, Mr. Wright, let's get to work.
I guess you were pretty scared, huh?
What? I don't know what you're talking about. She was about to bolt.
Hey, put a sock in it, Widget. Wait, do I have a good voice I can use for Widget? Hold up. I don't know. I'll have to play with it later. As transparent as ever. Now, let's see. Where were we? We were at the cross-examination.
Oh, cross-examination, of course.
She seems disoriented. I wonder if she's alright. Maybe I should ask Athena if she remembers how to cross-examine to help her focus. This is like, do you want to do the tutorial? And I'm like, not really. Nah, she'll be fine. She's fine. We're fine! Nah, no need for that right now. She'll be fine.
I'll do everything I can to help. If you can't find any contradictions, and you flub up too often, don't be afraid to ask me for help. select the consult panel when it appears to consult with me.
We aren't fine because Apollo isn't here? Oh no, you're right! If Apollo's here, not here to tell us that we're fine, we're clearly not fine anymore. That's how this works.
I'll let you know where I think the suspicious statement is.
Clearly on the last one. Sounds good. I'll be counting on you if I get in a bind. Alright, it's cross-examination time. Hey, look at those sick new graphics. When the bomb went off. So he disarmed the bomb. Ooh, that was a nice new hold it. You say that you disarmed the bomb, but are you really sure it was disarmed?
Absolutely. I can disarm anything.
In a flash! That looks more like dismantled than disarmed to me. Oh, pardon me. Let's see. Is there any chance you could have forgotten to disarm the bomb?
Impossible. I do not make rudimentary mistakes like that.
They say to err is human. Although the jury's still out on this guy. He looks like he should be at the gate of Star Tours in Disneyland, like in the line area, where you're just like looking at robots while you're getting ready to go on the ride.
If you must know, Mr. Wright, according to the court's own records, the fact that the bomb had indeed been disarmed was officially confirmed.
I guess I can rule out the possibility that he forgot to disarm it. Could you talk about the bomb in a little more detail for the court, Mr. Tonate?
Certainly.
Alright, that's the bomb name. What was the approximate size and weight of the bomb?
Dimensions.
10 by 10 by 10. Wait,
12 pounds. This information is also written on the photograph.
ah yes, here it is on the back. According to this, the case is made out of an alloy plating 5/16 of an inch thick. That certainly sounds like one thick and very heavy bit of metal.
I bet if I dropped that thing on your foot, you'd be hopping.
If you drop that thing anywhere, I'd be hopping for the nearest exit. Fair. Very well, I believe the court has heard enough about the bomb itself. So, Mr. Tonate, you were keeping an eye on the bomb? Where were you watching from? Watching from the gallery. Why were you in the gallery?
My duties may have been over for the moment, but I wanted to keep watch. Even though the bomb was disarmed, you can never be too careful. Explosive devices are very dangerous things.
Ah, how admirably responsible of you. A model to be emulated. Yeah, hold on to that thought, Judge.
I practice disarming bombs every day.
I practice assembling them, too. The disarming part I get, but assembling them?
Well, I'll have you know that I practice presenting evidence every day myself.
I see.
But do you ever practice having evidence presented to you? Presented to me? What? No, Then you cannot very well call yourself a professional yet, can you? That does it. I'm gonna start practicing having evidence presented to me every day. You'd better drink some coffee, boss. We're gonna be pulling an all-nighter.
I don't think that'll be necessary or worth either of our time. So, Mr. Tonate, what did you witness from the gallery? Saw the bomb's timer was counting down. You saw it counting down clearly with your own eyes? I'd hardly think a timer as small as the one in this bomb could be seen from the gallery. These goggles help me see very small things clearly from very far away. I can even see what you had for breakfast by looking at your tie. Why do I suddenly feel like a bug under a magnifying glass? I guess it's possible he saw the timer if he was wearing those goggles. I'm not so sure. There's something that just doesn't sit right with me. I don't think I follow. The bomb was completely hidden inside the stuffed animal. So well concealed, in fact, that it didn't even look like a bomb at all. So, you're trying to find a testimony that conflicts with the evidence, right? That's right. Listening carefully to Mr. Tonate's testimony is just the first step. Opinion on Phoenix's new voice lines? I'll listen to it a little bit more, but, you know, no objection so far. After that, it's a matter of taking a look at any evidence that seems relevant. Remember that you can touch present when you want to open the court record. If you find evidence that conflicts with the testimony, present it. Let's see, this testimony is about when the bomb went off. So I think what state it was in at the time would be pretty important. A bomb that didn't look like a bomb because it was inside a stuffed animal, huh? Alright. We know it's the last one. So, there's two things wrong with the statement. First of all, it's hidden inside of here. And second of all, the display on the timer was busted, so... there's two problems there. Alright, we ready? Objection! So, you say you saw the bomb's countdown, is that right? Of course, I clearly saw it counting down to 0. And I say that you were clearly lying. What are you talking about? There's no way you could have seen the bomb's timer. After all, the bomb was concealed inside of a stuffed animal. Mr. Tonate, how can you claim to know the bomb was about to go off when you couldn't even see the timer? But that what? Hold on. IJLSKDSOI Edgemont B9ALAJ. Yep, never mind. I give up reading that. Yo, I'm digging the new music. Like the fully orchestrated music. Very good. What? No! Dude, that was super obvious. That does seem like a glaring inconsistency indeed. Witness, how do you explain this? Well, Ooh, that was great, Mr. Wright. You found a contradiction right off the bat. That was not hard to find. Always remember, Athena, when you find an inconsistency in a witness's testimony, there's always a reason behind it. It could be a lie, a hidden meaning, a secret. Whatever it is, it's up to us to dig it out. And pointing out every contradiction we find is the best way to do it, right, boss? Now the question is, what can we dig out of Mr. Tonate? Well, let me see. No. There must be some mistake. Oh, yes. Yes, of course. I remember now. The sound. I knew because of the sound. Sound? What sound? When the timer of this type of bomb is switched on, it beeps softly. Beep, beep, beep. It is the sound of the bomb counting down. A beeping noise, you say? I suppose it would be possible to notice that even when the bomb is inside the stuffed animal. I simply made a mistake. My bad. This dude is super sus.
Objection!
How in the world did you hear such a tiny little sound all the way from the gallery?
Listening for the sound of a bomb's timer is an integral part of my work. I constantly undergo training so that I will never miss it.
I hardly think training would help you hear something so soft from so far away. What now?
Are you making light of the fine science of disarming bombs?
If that was the beep, that is not a beep, that is a buzz? More? Anyway.
It is a solemn mission that I put my life on the line to perform. What kind of specialist would I be if I could not hear a bomb's timer?
It's not like disassembling a toaster, you know. Now he's just showing off.
You know, you keep asserting that the sound was too tiny to hear, but the only tiny thing here is your skill as a lawyer. Being suspicious is not an attractive quality, you know.
That's my one job! And you're just overflowing with attractive qualities, are you?
Or perhaps you have some proof that Mr. Tonate did not hear the sound.
Well, no, but still seems totally suspect. But it's gonna be really hard to prove that he didn't hear something. If I have this correct, the prosecution's argument is that someone reactivated the bomb before it was brought into the courtroom. What I don't understand, Mr. Payne, is why you believe that person to be Miss Woods.
That's simple, Your Honor. Mr. Tonate happened to be there when it happened.
If he was there, then why didn't he stop it? You have one job.
He was there when the defendant rearmed the bomb.
What's this now?
It happened before the trial started. It was when Detective Arm and I were transporting the bomb. We brought the bomb to the lobby for the defense. Bomb equals evidence. The lawyer wanted to see it before the start of the trial. Looking for a chance to get at the bomb, Miss Woods was already there in that lobby. Her goal was surely to rearm the bomb and steal the remote switch.
The remote switch?
Yes, the switch that controls the bomb remotely. Duh. It has been missing ever since the incident.
Missing remote switch added to the court record. A switch that starts the time bomb's countdown. It was stolen just before the blast and is now missing.
I am partially to blame. I left the bomb and remote on top of the transport case, and they were rearmed and stolen while I was talking with the lawyer. The defendant then used the remote from inside the courtroom to start the timer.
Objection!
How can you assert so unequivocally that the bomb was rearmed in the lobby?
Objection!
The bomb was safely secured in the transport case. The only time it was outside of the case was in that lobby. Therefore, that was the one and only opportunity anyone had to meddle with it.
Someone other than Mr. Tonate could have opened the case and taken the bomb out.
Impossible. The transport case is assigned exclusively to me. Do you see this number here? That is my identification number. And I have the only key that can open the case.
Bomb transport case added to the court record. The case Tonate and Detective Arm transported the bomb in. Tonate has the key. Nevertheless, Mr. Payne's assertion is nothing more than conjecture. Picture? Picture. Okay. You have no proof that it was Miss Woods who stole the remote switch.
And by the same token, you have no proof that it wasn't her.
But what I do have is a piece of evidence that proves the defendant handled the bomb. Ah, that tail.
5 minutes, 24 seconds, 2.3 deciseconds. The defense's advantage lasted a mere 5 minutes.
Talk about a rotten hand. As long as they have her fingerprints as their trump card, I'm at a big disadvantage. It appears we will have to hear from the defendant herself once more.
I wholeheartedly agree, Your Honor. I would like to recall Miss Woods to the stand.
I trust you have no objections, Mr. Wright? I'm worried about her condition, but we do need her testimony. On the other hand, I'm not sure I want to make Athena mad.
I can read your feelings, you know, boss.
Oh, guess there's no hiding from her, huh?
Don't worry, I know we need her testimony. But if anybody picks on her again, they'll pay.
Guess she's already at anger level 1.
Don't worry, I'll stop the proceedings before I let anything bad happen to her.
The defense has no objections, Your Honor.
In that case, I will take my leave. But before I do, there is just one more thing, Mr. Wright, is it?
Me? Yes?
Dismantling bombs is my job. Dismantling the case is yours. Do you think you can handle it? I look forward to seeing you try.
This guy's hiding something. I just know it.
Now, if you will excuse me.
Bailiff, please go out to the lobby and bring back the defendant. And she's crying. Don't slap yourself in the face again. It's very sad. Junie!
Hi, Athena.
She looks even worse off than before.
Don't worry, Junie. We're here for you. Thanks, Athena. And I'll do my best, too. You blew up the courtroom because you bear resentment against the courts, correct? No, of course not. What's that you say? I can barely hear you.
A jerk.
I haven't done anything wrong. This prosecutor's scary. What an impudent little girl. Stop acting innocent and tell the truth.
This is getting ugly.
You rearmed the bomb because you wanted to blow up the courthouse. Admit it.
That's why you went to the lobby where Mr. Justice was, isn't that right? Oh, you made her slap herself again. That's so sad.
Mr. Wright, can I go give that prosecutor a smack?
What? Of course not! Do we have to review courtroom manners 101 again? We can't let a creep that bullies innocent girls like this off so easily. I haven't forgotten about how he treated you.
Don't worry about me, just help Junie.
She Madge.
Her heart's crying out. She's so scared, so very scared.
Looks like Athena's picking something up with her heightened sense of hearing. And it sounds like this time it's the voice of Miss Woods' heart.
Don't deny it. You stole the remote switch and used it in the courtroom, didn't you? Objection! Your Honor, please put a stop to this. Mr. Payne is badgering the defendant.
Yes, Miss Woods does seem quite frightened. Mr. Payne, I ask that you behave more like a gentleman.
Ah, but don't you know, Your Honor? There is no more a gentle man in this world than I.
You're full of shit.
As if a gentleman or even a gentleman would behave like he does. Don't let that rude ruffian win. Athena! How dare you call a gentleman such as I a rude ruffian? I'll have you know I attended a manners class every Saturday. I'm more than a mere gentleman. I'm a genteel man. Not when you're terrorizing a young lady, you're not. I'd demand my money back from that manners class if I were you. Ugh. I should probably be the adult here and stop the two of them, but... Mr. Payne, that will be enough. Certainly, Your Honor. No further questions. Let's move on to the defendant's testimony. Miss Woods, please share with the court what you were doing when the bomb went off. When the bomb went off. Well, that day, I was waiting from the gallery. The bomb went off. And rubble started falling. It fell on top of me. Junie's clearly in pain being forced to recall the bombing like this. She can't even get her words out. This isn't gonna work, so what now? Hey, wait a minute. Even if she can't vocalize what she wants to say, we can listen to what's inside her heart. Ooh, new mechanic time. Exciting. Yes, now's the perfect time to use Athena's power. You can hear it, can't you, Athena? The cries of Miss Woods' heart. Yes, and they sound incredibly strained. She's so scared. I think she could collapse at any second. Athena has a unique ability, you see. With her finely tuned sense of hearing, she can hear the words of a witness's heart. In essence, she can sense how a person is really feeling from the tone of their voice. Guess it's all up to Athena and her special ability now. Athena, I want you to use the analytical psychology you studied and listen to the testimony of Miss Woods' heart. Okay, boss, I'll give it a go. After all, this is the whole reason I put all that effort into studying analytical psychology. Oh, gets. I don't know if I said that right. Let's do this. So your holographic thingamabob can show us how Miss Woods is feeling, right? In a nutshell, yes. The emotion and images that I picked up on just now while listening to her testimony, I can enter all of that into a widget and use the mood matrix to analyze them. Mood matrix? What is this? These mood markers here reflect fluctuations in Junie's emotions. When she feels happy or is enjoying the memory, the happy marker will light up. When she feels angry or frustrated, the angry marker will react. When she feels sadness or is frightened by a memory, the sad marker will blink. And when she feels surprised or confused, the surprise marker will let us know. That's cool. So, with your special ability and Widget's Mood Matrix program, we can track how Miss Woods is feeling as she testifies. Talk about the wonders of technology. Yep, now let's give it a shot. I'm picking up on some kind of discord or noise in Junie's heart. Noise level 100%? What the fuck does that mean? See here? This is what the noise looks like in the mood matrix. It's a result of inconsistencies between her testimony and her feelings. If we can pinpoint these inconsistencies, the noise level should drop. Okay, it's time to listen to Miss Woods' true testimony. Well, that day, cough. Just watching from the gallery. Bomb went off. And the rubble started falling. Fell on top of her. That's a weird one.
Hold on. Okay, now what do we do?
I think I have a good grasp on Junie's emotional state now.
That last one's weird. Why is she happy about shit falling on her? That's weird. This power of Athena's is incredible.
And I'm seeing an unexpected emotion that's inconsistent with the content of her testimony.
What? Already?
Look at this. When she says it fell on top of me,
The happy marker is reacting. That's weird. Well, look at that. That is odd.
there must be a reason for this contradictory emotion. We just need to do some digging. When you find an unexpected emotion, tap the unexpected emotion from the 4 mood markers. Got it!
Widget is registering joy when Miss Woods recalls the rubble falling on her, which is weird. There must be a reason for this unexpected emotion. Damn, I gotta update the the emotes to add got it. Miss Woods! As the rubble was falling, was there also something that made you feel happy?
What? Mr. Wright, the feeling of happiness is spreading throughout Junie's heart. Keep going on this point, and I bet Junie will start to calm down.
Great, let's hear what she has to say.
Just as I was about to escape the courtroom, the bomb went off. I was so startled, I tripped. And then rebels started falling on top of me. I really thought I was done for. But then, just then...
Did you run into Apollo? Because you seem sweet on Apollo.
Apollo came and rescued me.
Okay. Apollo?
He used his own body to shield me from the rubble.
So that's when he sustained those injuries. Got it. Okay.
How do you feel, Junie? Did talking about Apollo give you some courage? Yes, Apollo is just like the sun, strong and bright and warm. Just talking about him makes me feel like a leaf undergoing photosynthesis.
And see, your coughing stopped all of a sudden.
Oh, you're right. Thank you, Athena.
Can't blame her. Fair. Hey, wait, it's still 50% though. Looks like we were able to draw out some new testimony.
Pretty neat, huh?
But there's still some noise left, meaning there must still be some discord in Junie's heart. I guess we'll have to keep going then.
Let me input this new information and update the mood matrix, and we'll be good to go. You remember what to do, right?
When I find an unexpected emotion, I should touch pinpoint?
That's right, and when you tap the unexpected emotion from the mood markers, if we can find the reason for the discord in our heart, then we should be able to draw even more new testimony out.
Info update. She tried to run, but she was too slow.
Before I could get away, the bomb went off. I was so strained I tripped, then rebels started falling on me. I thought I was done for.
And here's the new stuff.
But then Apollo came and rescued me.
Okay, why are you sad now? You were happy when Mr. Justice rescued you, weren't you?
Yes, I was really happy.
But was there also something you felt sad about at the same time?
Sad?
The reason I ask is, when you were describing how you were rescued, we sensed a little sadness too.
Oh! I think it's probably because of Bumrap Riney.
Bumrap Riney? Well, what do you know? Something new.
That's right. I brought my stuffed animal, Bumrap Riney, to watch the trial with me. Bum Rap Riney and Phony Fanty are brothers.
Who knew the legal world could inspire a whole line of merchandise?
I had Bum Rap Riney with me when I was watching the trial. But it wasn't until Apollo saved me that I realized I'd lost him as I was running away. My poor Riney, a victim of that terrible bomb. Oh, I know. You can see what he looks like in this poster.
Oh, he also has a tail. There we go. Now you know why her fingerprints are on the tail.
It's for the campaign to eradicate fake evidence and false charges.
Phony Fanty and Bum Rap Riney, huh? Nothing against the campaign, but why an elephant and a rhinoceros?
Mr. Wright,
I don't sense any discord in Judy's heart anymore. Hey! I don't know what we did, but we did it. So I guess that means we managed to draw out all of her testimony.
That's right. I'll just make an update with the new info and we'll have the whole picture.
So, do you think her new testimony will help? Yep. Absolutely. I don't know what I would have done without you, Athena. So Bum Rap Riney was in the courtroom when the bomb went off. Now that we know that, it changes the meaning of that other piece of evidence. That the tailless wore the wrong plush. All I have to do now is present it at the right statement.
I was watching from the gallery with Bum Rap Riney. I tried to run, but I was too slow. Before I could get out of the courtroom, the bomb went off. I was so startled I tripped. When rubble started falling, I thought it was done for. But then Apollo came and rescued me.
Okay, we're talking about Bum Rap Riney, so I think we want to present it here. Oh, look!
Objection!
Objection! I forgot to say it, my bad. Miss Woods, I know the trial has been very hard for you, but you can relax now. You are, without a doubt, innocent. Mr. Wright, what wild assertion are you making now? My wild assertion is simply this. The two stuffed animals were mixed up. The tail the defendant's fingerprints were found on, wasn't that a phony Fanty? It was the tail of her gallery companion, Bum Rap Riney.
What? What nonsense is that? I can see they're both stuffed animals, yes, but they're completely different characters. An elephant and a rhino, they're as distinct as a defense lawyer and a prosecutor.
But are they really so different? Both defense lawyers and prosecutors strive to protect the peace through law. Even elephants and rhinos have some similar characteristics. They're both gray, for example. Doesn't apply right here because they're red and blue. Anyway, this poster's all we need to prove my assertion to be true. If I may direct the court's attention here, you'll clearly see how the two got mixed up.
Look, he has a tail!
Take that! Well, would you look at that? The two tails are exactly the same. Yes, exactly. The two stuffed animals are based on entirely different animals. But the design of their tails is exactly the same. Ah! Take that, you stupid comb-over. Order! Order in the court! As long as the possibility exists that the tail belongs to Bum Rap Riney, we can no longer consider it to be decisive proof that the defendant handled the bomb. As things stand, I consider the charges against the accused unsubstantiated. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Payne?
Oh, yes, of course, Your Honor. Ooh, that was great, Mr. Wright. You turned things right around.
Yeah, it's not over yet, but at least we managed to hold out this long. I believe that brings our proceedings for today to a close. Mr. Payne, I'm afraid you have some serious investigating ahead of you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well, let us reconvene tomorrow. Court is adjourned. Really? This is a two-parter for the first trial? That is a new one. Normally they're like 1 day long. December 17th, 11:56 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 5. The only first case to go for 2 days? Yeah, like this is throwing me because the first case has always been 1 day only. And I'm like, wait, the investigation? What? Huh? What?
That was so exciting, boss. We did it. True to form, you managed to just barely pull it off at the very last moment.
True to form? Gee, I never knew you had such a glowing opinion of me.
Thank you for everything you're doing.
You did great, Miss Woods. You really struck it out.
And you got really brave at the end, just when we needed you most, Junie.
Thanks to you, we were able to turn things around.
Well, you were the ones who gave me that courage, Thena.
Really? Thanks.
So, be honest, was I any help at all?
Of course! Without you, we would have never gotten out of that tight spot.
That's good to hear. I may still have a lot to learn, but you can bet I'm gonna give it my all. I'll be so good that one day you'll call me your partner.
That's what I like to hear. Analytical psychology, the ability to solve the riddles of a person's heart. Thena's true potential is beginning to really shine through now. Question, what happened to my Magatama?
Hey, where's Apollo anyway?
Good question. I almost forgot about him. Hey, Phoenix, please! I assumed he'd still be here in the lobby. Wait, what happened to Trucy?
Oh, I know. Maybe he's still in courtroom number 4.
Courtroom number 4? What would he be doing at the scene of the explosion?
When I came out to the lobby to rest, I told Apollo about Bumrap Riney. I told him I dropped Riney in the courtroom as I was trying to escape before the blast. And then Apollo said he had an idea where Riney might be, so we went to take a look together.
Huh, I guess Apollo can be pretty nice when he wants to be. So you went looking for Riney together before you were called back into courtroom number 5?
Yes. I'd had some time to rest, so I was able to go and look for him. But then they called me into courtroom number 5 to testify. Apollo insisted on staying there, though.
With all those injuries, I wonder how he's managing.
I think Apollo might have figured something out.
Wonder what it was.
He told me, I'm gonna look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper.
Just maybe he found some new piece of evidence?
Anyway, we'd better go and get him.
Good idea. Investigation time? December 17th, 12:11 p.m. District Court. Courtroom number 4. It goes so slow. I would like... Damn it. I just wanted to scroll faster. Okay, fine. Never mind then.
Where are you, Apollo? Trial's over for today. Come on, I know you're... No.
Who hit him? Oh no. I'm sure he's fine. They wouldn't kill him. Right? I hope. Yeah, we're gonna save. He's probably fine. December 18th, 9:34 a.m. District Court. Defendant, lobby, number 5. This isn't exactly how I envisioned the second day of this trial to start. And we didn't even do any investigation. We just went to the courtroom and found a unconscious Apollo. So, that's not what I expected at all. But given how things ended yesterday... Good morning. Cat, please! Oh. Camera got moved a lot. Here we go. Let's look at the cat. What are you doing? Get in the camera. There we go. Sit down. He just came crashing onto the desk. Okay, cat, you do you. The mood sure is tense. Not that that's any surprise.
Oh, hey! Did you read the paper this morning, boss?
Huh? Paper? That came out of left field.
You didn't read it? Then you don't know the big news. Somebody spotted an abominable snowman way up in the mountains.
Tell me you know the difference between a paper and a tabloid, Athena.
It might show up in the forest where you live, Junie. So you better watch out, okay? You really should read the story for yourself. I can't even begin to do it justice. Justice?
Oh crap, she's really worried about Apollo. You triggered her!
Huh? Oh, poor Apollo. And it's all my fault. Lena! Oh, Junie, what was I thinking? I'm so sorry.
What we found yesterday was not Apollo's dead body, thank goodness. He'd been assaulted by someone with a blow to his head and was lying unconscious. We rushed him to the hospital right away, and it looks like he's going to pull through. But it was still quite a shock to stumble onto a scene like that. Is Miss Woods alright, Athena?
Well, I managed to get her to stop crying.
Now she's resting on that sofa over there. I guess she really feels responsible for what happened to Apollo. It was definitely Ted to Nate.
Poor Junie. She believes that the reason Apollo was attacked is because he was helping her look for something in that courtroom.
Yeah, bum rap Riney. We know. Oh, guess I can see why she'd think that. By the way, how are you doing?
Who, me?
Yeah, you. I know you're concerned about Miss Woods, but are you alright?
Me? I'm doing just fine, boss. I mean, yeah, it was a huge shock, but I'm alright. People who've studied analytical psychology are great at times like these. After all, they've learned how to control their own emotions, too.
Somehow I don't think it's as easy as she makes it sound. But there's no denying she's a real trooper. Apollo doesn't remember a thing, does he? Yeah, he can't really recall anything from the time right before he was assaulted. Nothing about what he was doing in courtroom number 4 or who assaulted him. Momo times 2/3? Yeah, because you don't have access to the Chirico emote. Okay, I get it. I get it.
The doctor said it's probably due to that hit he took to the head.
Assaulted in a court of law and losing your memory at that. Now that feels...
But who in the world would do such a thing, huh, Mr. Wright? Just wait till I get my hands on the coward who hurt our Apollo.
Now, Athena, I thought you said you were in control of your emotions. Let's just focus on helping Miss Woods, okay? But I admit I'm just as upset as you. Okay, boss, you're right. Apollo's assailant can wait until after we clear Junie's name. Jericho, where are you going? Oh, bye. There goes the cat. That's a spirit. Now let's see. I'd better check the court record one more time before the trial starts. What do we got? A police bomb specialist. He was in charge of handling the bomb that exploded in the courtroom. If memory serves, when I have more than 6 pieces of evidence, I should be able to switch pages with this panel. Earth to Mr. Wright, I'm ready whenever you are. Alright, let's get ready to rumble. You bet. With everything that happened with Apollo, I didn't have time for a proper investigation. I can't let that stop me, though. I have to get this right, for Miss Woods' sake and Apollo's too. December 18th, 9:50 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 5. Look at that. Court is now in session. All rise. Look at us. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Juniper Woods.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Defense is also ready, Your Honor. Now then, I believe I instructed the prosecution to further their investigation. Were you able to locate the remote switch in question?
I'm afraid the remote switch is still missing, Your Honor.
I must say I'm disappointed, Mr. Payne. Not angry, just disappointed. Damn, that's worse. That's the ultimate low blow.
I apologize, Your Honor.
Ha! Looks like the prosecution is just as unprepared as I am. Ha!
There's a separate matter, however, that I would like to bring up during this trial.
Separate matter, you say? And what might that be?
I assume you are aware that another incident occurred during yesterday's trial. I'm speaking, of course, of the assault on Mr. Justice in the ruins of courtroom number 4.
Why is he bringing that up? Yes, what a truly harrowing experience it must have been. Poor Mr. Justice.
At the end of the attack, Mr. Justice was not alone. He was with the defendant, Miss Juniper Woods.
He isn't going where I think he's going with this, is he? You slimy little snake.
The prosecution wishes to indict Miss Woods on the charge of Mr. Justice's assault.
I hate you! You suck! Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the incident under deliberation here is the courtroom bombing. The assault on Mr. Justice has nothing to do with this trial.
Ah, but I believe there is a connection between this case and Mr. Justice's assault. Please take a moment to consider these facts. Both events occurred in courtroom number 4. This is the location in the courtroom number 4 where the unconscious Mr. Justice was discovered. As you can see, it's quite close to where Detective Arm's body was found.
Courtroom number 4 diagram added to the court record. A diagram of the courtroom as it was when Apollo was discovered after the assault.
The question is, why did the culprit feel the need to maliciously attack Mr. Justice?
Why, indeed. What do you believe their motive to be, Mr. Payne?
I believe Mr. Justice found something in the courtroom while Miss Woods was with him. Evidence that fingered her as the perpetrator of the bombing.
You mean he found some incriminating evidence?
Precisely. And so, I surmise the defendant picked up a piece of rubble and hit Mr. Justice on the back of the head in order to silence him.
Objection!
Junie would never do such a thing. She was devastated when we found Apollo hurt like that.
Miss Sykes, please control your outbursts.
It is the prosecution's belief that by deliberating on Mr. Justice's assault, we will draw ever closer to the truth of the courtroom bombing itself.
Very well. Miss Woods is hereby officially indicted on the charge of assaulting Mr. Justice. What? What are you listening to, Mr. Toupee? Why are you listening to Mr. Toupee over there? Although, considering our conversation yesterday...
I think Apollo might have figured something out.
I wonder what it was.
He told me, I'm going to look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper.
Maybe the two incidents really are related after all. I'm sure he found something to point the finger at Ted Tenate.
I would like to start by hearing from the defendant herself.
Very well. Bailiff, please bring Miss Woods to the witness stand. Great, her cough's back.
I'm sorry. I can't seem to stop.
Miss Woods? Guess she's still really upset about Apollo.
Miss Woods, you went to the ruins of courtroom number 4 with Mr. Justice, did you not? Yes, I did. Good, good. If you would, then, please testify about what happened to the court.
Why does he always bully her? What a jerk.
Alone with Apollo. During the trial yesterday, I was overcome by a fit of coughing. Apollo stayed with me and we went to the courtroom ruins together. But then I was called back to this courtroom to give testimony. Apollo insisted on staying behind in courtroom number 4. I swear I didn't attack Apollo. Why would I ever hurt such a kind person?
So, Mr. Justice stayed by your side while you were feeling unwell? What an admirable young man. I thought his loud voice was his only outstanding feature. Judge, that's so mean! We worked together for a whole game.
He may look like a little imp at times, but Apollo can be really nice, too.
I hope she didn't hurt her wrist backhanding that one out. Oof. Why is everyone mean to Apollo? Jeez. But one has to wonder, why did Mr. Justice stay behind in the ruins?
I think Apollo might have figured something out.
Something? What kind of something?
Something to do with the courtroom bombing, or kind of something, I think.
Why are they mean to him? He's best boy? True. Oh, new evidence for the case, was it? That's very big kind of something indeed. Yabba.
I believe so. He mentioned looking for some evidence when I was called away.
Objection!
Just as I thought, there is a connection between the two incidents. But the defendant has told a very big lie, Your Honor.
Where's your proof? What lie is that?
When she learned Mr. Justice would be looking for evidence, she attacked him. She attacked him to give herself the chance to destroy that evidence.
I don't doubt that that's what happened, but you got the wrong person.
No! I never... Miss Woods repaid Mr. Justice's kindness with violence. We found the proof of the foul deed here in the courtroom ruins.
What on earth? Do you see it? There in front of Mr. Justice's right hand. Do I have a report to, like, say... Assaulted during trial yesterday, thankfully he's gonna be okay, but he's still undergoing treatment at the hospital. Okay, here's the thing about this. This is really suspect. He got fucking hit on the back of the head, then he clearly passed out right away. When would he have time to write this? Witness the message he left us. It's written in blood. W-O-O-D-S? Why, isn't that... That's right, Your Honor. It says Woods in capital letters.
What?
I submit that Mr. Justice left us with the name of his attacker before he fainted. Okay, so if he got attacked, somebody assaulted him because they were trying to stop him, why would they give him time to write that before he passed out? No, they would just, like, wait till they would make sure that he was fucking passed out. So even if he didn't pass out right away, why would they let him write that? That's stupid. Apollo's assault photo added to the court record. Apollo shown collapsed on the floor. The bloody writing is also visible.
No, that can't be true. Why would Apollo write my name?
Mr. Wright, the nerve of him leaving that message! Why would he do this? Probably wasn't him. Most likely it wasn't him. I mean, if there was a thing about right-handed, left-handed, I'm sure that would come into play too, but I don't think that's in here. The trial is quite harrowing since the victim is usually a dead person. True. Hey, don't take it out on me. I don't understand it any more than you do. When we discovered Apollo yesterday... Apollo!
No!
Ah! Yeah. We didn't even have a chance to rush over to him. As soon as security heard Athena scream, they ran in and cordoned off the area. Cat came back. There he is. I know, you're so cute. After that, they were in the courtroom number 4 with Apollo the whole time. We couldn't investigate anything ourselves and had to leave everything to the police. Still, I never thought they would find some bloody writing there. Now then, please begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. What are you doing? Sit down, cat. Make up your mind. What do you want? Alone with Apollo. She was overcome by a fit of coughing during the trial. We know that. Do you always cough when you get nervous, Miss Woods?
Yes.
Mr. Wright, please do not make Miss Woods nervous by pressing her so ruthlessly. But that barely even qualified as a quasi-question! Let's help her relax with a little small talk before we dive into the cross-examination. Can you not headbutt me while I'm playing video games? Oh, that was a no. Okay. Oh, you're so cute! You know, ask her about her hobbies and her crushes and stuff. We can't do that here, Athena. That doesn't fly. Her crushes? Really? I don't know about this. This is a court of law, Athena. Apollo stayed with her and they went to the ruins together. Why exactly did you go to the courtroom ruins?
I went to look for my medicine to stop my coughing.
Your medicine? Why would your medicine be in courtroom number 4?
I dropped it in the heat of the moment.
Was it inside the rhino? Because it clearly has a zipper on it if the other one did.
Bum rap right? Rainy. He was keeping my medicine safe for me.
Yep.
He has a little compartment that I can put things in, you see?
And Phony Fanty has the same type of pocket. That's where the bomb was inserted. Got it.
I had put my medicine for my coughing fits inside Bum Rep Rainy. When I told Apollo about it, he said he'd help me go look for him. There was so much rubble in there. I was worried, but there was no rubble or anything in front of the witness stand.
Huh, true.
So when we got inside, Apollo went straight there and started looking for my Rainy in that area. It was so nice of him to do that for me in spite of all his injuries. Apollo's so strong and kind, just like the trees of the forest.
The way she makes him sound, you'd think Apollo was some kind of ancient god. I mean, not wrong. Technically not wrong. Oh, wait. Yeah, named after an ancient god, so. So that's why you went to the ruins, I see. That seems to be quite an important fact. Please add it to your testimony, Miss Woods.
Paula started looking for Bum Rap Rainy near the witness stand where there was no rubble.
Okay. We're just gonna keep going with the pressing. The area around the witness stand? They kept the mythology theme with the lawyers' names. True. Oh yeah, Apollo, Athena, and then, you know, a phoenix, so... Yeah, cool. I get it. You sure about that?
I'm sorry. Did I say something wrong?
No, of course not. I was just testing my hearing. Must not upset her. Must not upset her.
Yes, I'm sure that's where we searched first.
And then she got called back to the courtroom. That was when you were called to the stand after Mr. Tenate's testimony, right?
Yes, the bailiff came to courtroom number 4 and brought me back to this courtroom.
Okay, so if the bailiff was there, he would be able to vouch that Apollo was still conscious and then she was with us. So, like, why? And what about Mr. Justice? Did he come with you or did he stay behind? And he stayed behind. Yep, there we go. I'd better not ask her about Apollo. I know. I'll use some small talk here to get her to relax a bit. Do you have any hobbies, Miss Woods? Phoenix! Court of law!
Hobbies? Oh, well, I love growing vegetables in my garden. And I love to knit. I like sewing too. I made this outfit myself.
Damn! She's good. That's a nice looking outfit.
Keep it up, Mr. Wright. It's working.
Now ask if she has a crush on anyone. Dana! So, is there anyone in particular you like right now? Why did we do this?
Mr. Wright, is that question even remotely related to this case?
Nope. To this case? Not really. Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking questions unrelated to the case at hand. Court of law, Phoenix! Sorry, Your Honor. -1 to brownie points.
Miss Woods, please continue with your testimony. I believe you are telling the court about your attack on Mr. Justice.
And she swears she didn't hurt him.
Hold it!
So, you think Mr. Justice is kind?
Yes, very kind. He rescued me. He likes the sun. He's like the sun. Strong and warm. He makes me feel strong too.
The only adjectives I associate with the sun are sweltering and oppressive.
But then Apollo got hurt and it's all my fault!
Junie, Apollo's gonna be fine! He's just like the sun, right? Well, the sun doesn't just drop out of the sky.
You really think he'll be fine?
But the sun does go down at night.
And that means Apollo could...
Mr. Payne, I do not think much of men who make young ladies cry. Yeah, you jerk. That was completely unnecessary. Yeah. Stay away from Apollo. Junie is taken by a certain rock star. Oh, yeah, that's very fair, too.
So Apollo was trying to help Juniper. Who knew that Apollo could be such a sweetheart?
It must have been pretty hard on him, too, with all that rubble everywhere.
Now that I think about it, there's something odd about what Apollo was able to do.
You know, considering what Miss Wood said just now, I think you're right. Hold up. No, that one doesn't show too well. That courtroom was in a very unusual state, after all. Which leaves the million-dollar question: what would explain this contradiction? Anyway, let's see what happens when I present when I present what I suspect is our answer. Overcome with a fit of coughing. Went to the ruins together. Looking for bum rap riding near the witness stand where there was no rubble. Okay, but... So she was back there where there's plenty of rubble. Are we talking about like that? Because that's certainly rubble. We're talking about like right here. I don't know which thing we need to present. Or like, that's clearly a piece of rubble, but that's the one that they hit him with, so someone just picked it up and brought it over. Uh-oh, hold up. There we go. I was like, I can't see chat because I accidentally clicked something outside my window. Alright, well, we definitely need to present something here. But I'm not sure exactly which thing. I guess we could start with the diagram.
Objection!
Oh yeah, objection! There we go. So he started his search with the witness stand, you say?
That's right. I guess maybe he wanted to start from the furthest point in the room. He was being so brave and strong.
But that's odd. Under the circumstances, he shouldn't have been capable of that.
But he was, and he still is. He might not look it, but he really is brave and kind, too.
Not talking about that. No, that's not the part I'm finding fault with. Someone has a crush on Apollo. What you're claiming is something that no one should have been able to do. But I should think that anyone can be brave and kind when they wanted to be, Mr. Wright. Missing the point here. True, anyone can be brave and kind, but if you would please take a look at the diagram. With the courtroom in this state, how was it possible to walk up to the witness stand?
Oh,
I see your point. The rubble blocks off access to the area around the witness stand.
huh. Does such a tiny inconsistency even matter?
He might not look it. Hey, sure, people have feelings too. Yeah.
Perhaps the witness is simply misremembering it.
This is your diagram! Ugh. Right, now I'm not so sure it matters.
A real man doesn't make mountains out of molehills, you know.
No, that's exactly what we're supposed to do. That's precisely what Mr. Wright does best. I call slander, Your Honor. You can actually find the canonical character heights of the game? Nice. So, was it really impossible to approach the witness stand? I have to say, it's a bit hard to tell with any accuracy just from the diagram. Mr. Payne, do you have any other photos of the crime scene?
Let me see, Your Honor. Ah, yes, I have one more.
Oh! Yeah, there's definitely the big case in the way.
Here it is. It's a more pulled back version of the photo I presented before.
Paul's assault photo updated in the court record. Great, thanks. Huh? What's that hunk of metal on wheels? Mr. Payne, is the metallic object in that photo Mr. Tenate's bomb transport case?
That's right. Is there some problem?
Ah, yes, that transport case was there in courtroom number 4 when the bomb went off. Must have been there ever since.
Oh, that's it.
Miss Woods, have you remembered something?
Yes, I just realized. Its position. It's different from before.
Its position? The position of what?
The position of that big metal thing.
The bomb transport case?
Yes, when Apollo and I went there, it was in a different place. Where the cases in the photo was open space, so it was easier to search the stand.
I see. So, where was the transport case when you and Mr. Justice saw it?
As I recall, I think it was more to the right.
To the right? Then that means... In that case, the case was over there at the time of Apollo's attack.
Who cares where the transport case was when? What difference does it make?
It makes a difference in that he couldn't have written that when he was attacked.
Has nothing at all to do with what we were talking about.
Objection!
Yep, I object. Where the transport case was has everything to do with the discussion. In fact, it's so important that it's enough to turn the prosecution's argument on its ear.
What?
Well, that certainly sounds very relevant indeed. And you sound as though you know where the case was at the time of the attack. Yes, Your Honor, this diagram represents the crime scene as shown in the photo. And this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault on Mr. Justice. Alright, I have this. The bomb transport case was here at the time of Apollo's attack. Come on. Take that! Keep falling down the rabbit hole of character heights. Nice. Your Honor, I assert that this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault. But that's...
Inconceivable!
Miss Woods, was this where the transport case was when you saw it?
Yes. Yes, that's where it was.
Thank you, Miss Woods. I'm sure the court has noted an interesting fact about this position. transport case covers up the writing in blood. Exactly. If the transport case was in that position at the time of the assault, then no message could have been written there because the case was in the way. Which leads us to conclude that Mr. Justice couldn't have left that bloody writing.
Why should we believe the defendant's claim that the case was in a different position? She's obviously lying.
The fact that the case was moved after the assault on Mr. Justice is proved by more than Miss Woods' testimony alone.
What? And where's this proof you're talking about?
It's right here in the crime photo. I'm keen to see this proof myself, Mr. Wright. What in this photo indicates that the transport case was moved after the assault? Oh, the tire tracks. Yeah, there's tracks. Please take a look at the mark that runs over Mr. Justice's bandages here. I see it! But what is it? This mark was made by one of the casters from the transport case carrying the bomb. As the case was moved, it ran over his bandages. In other words, the transport case was originally to the right of Mr. Justice. Then, after Mr. Justice was assaulted, the transport case was moved.
What?
Just as Miss Wood said, the case was covering the writing at the time of the assault. Therefore, it was impossible for Mr. Justice to have left that message in blood.
No!
Damn! What a nice 3D shot. That's awesome.
You did it, boss. It was a real nail-biter, but you pulled it off.
Yep, that should bring down the prosecution's claim like a house of cards. Nice, we got the gavel animated too. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright, that was a very clever deduction. It was nothing, Your Honor. Nothing but pure genius. Take that!
Boss, I'm sensing a definite smug and braggy vibe coming off of you.
I have just one question, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? If Mr. Justice didn't leave the message in blood, then who did? The assailant, obviously.
Huh? What? Oh.
Well... Obviously it's whoever's trying to set up Junie. Looks like I should have taken that train of thought through to the last station.
Well, I've heard a lot about this. So this is Mr. Wright's famous bluffing technique, is it?
Ah, this feeling brings back memories of the old days. Back when you carved out a name for yourself by bluffing your way through thick and thin.
Gee, Mr. Wright, the judge kind of makes you sound like no better than a 2-bit con man.
Hey! I didn't get a lot to work with, okay?
You made your argument with such confidence, Mr. Wright. Now I'd like to hear your answer with just as much confidence.
Hey! Till the judge asked that question, you didn't catch on either, Buster.
What now, boss? I hope you didn't bluff your way into a corner.
Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way through this. I have to dig my way to the truth somehow. Who could have written that message in blood? The culprit, Apollo, someone else. The culprit, duh. Apollo didn't leave that bloody writing.
Maybe it was Apollo's attacker who wrote it and made it look like Apollo did it?
That seems like the most reasonable explanation.
Oh, wait a minute. I just realized something, boss.
What is it?
Look at the amount of blood in the photo. It doesn't look like Apollo bled very much.
True. Oh! No, there's more to it. So this was written by... Oh, this was written earlier. Oh! Doom? Something Doom? Stoom?
I wonder if it's even possible to write out woods with just this much.
Hey, you're right. Good thing Apollo didn't lose that much blood. That might be a factor in why he survived the assault.
And since there was so little blood, that pretty much rules out his attacker, huh?
I guess so, but if it wasn't his attacker, then who else could it have been? Who could have written that message in blood? Someone else. If it wasn't Apollo, who could have left the bloody message? I wish I could look at her photo again, but I'm pretty sure she bled a lot more. She was probably trying to write something else. About what? I don't know. I think the cat fell asleep. Enjoy the sleeping cat. To be honest, I don't actually have any real proof of this. But I've come this far, there's no turning back now. Yeah, it was probably her. She bled a lot. I don't know what she was trying to write, but, you know. Besides Apollo, there was one more person who shed blood at the crime scene. Oh, sorry, besides Apollo, there's one more person who shed blood at the crime scene. Person who shed blood? You don't mean? Oh, but I do. I believe it was Candace's arm who left behind this message in blood. What?
What? Detective Arm? Are you sure you know what you're doing here?
Not really.
What kind of ridiculous assertion is that? If you had said the attacker left the message to throw people off, it might have made sense.
At first glance, that would seem to be the most reasonable explanation. However, Apollo didn't shed enough blood to write such an extensive message.
Uh-oh.
Ah, I see. Even the photo makes it clear there wasn't enough blood to write all those letters. And Mr. Justice did survive. I suppose he didn't bleed very extensively in that case.
But why would Detective Arm write the defendant's name? There's no connection between the two whatsoever.
I don't know. I don't know what she was trying to write. Yeah, there's more to the message. It just got taken out.
And I didn't even know the lady who was killed. I admit the investigation didn't turn up any connection between the victim and the defendant. They had never even met each other.
That's very true. Well then, let's see. Maybe the intended meaning of the message is not what it appears to be. The intended meaning?
Not what it appears to be?
Maybe the message was not intended to be woods. Coming from you, that's quite the bold statement, Mr. Wright. You wish to assert that this bloody writing could have some other meaning? No, that's definitely the D facing this way. I don't know. Yes, Your Honor. For something I pulled out of a wormhole, it could turn out to be true, right?
It clearly says woods, as anyone can plainly see. What other meaning could it possibly have?
We don't have the whole message, that's the problem. But Candace's arm was a detective. Maybe woods only means something to the police. Like police scanner code, for example. I didn't think of that.
You may have tricked his honor, but you'll never get the best of me. I have a thing for studying on the weekends, as you may have already guessed.
My guess is you have nothing better to do on the weekends, so... Oh, you're so cute the way you sleep.
And there's no such a radio code as woods in this state, dear Mr. Wright.
Is that a fact?
Don't look at me, I know as much as you do about police codes.
Enough of this. I was quite taken with the defense's new theory. But if they can't substantiate it with anything, then I must end things here. No, please wait, Your Honor. Very well, but before we discuss this theory any further, I demand a plausible explanation. So, Mr. Wright, what is the true meaning of the bloody writing? Well, I believe it's... And no stalling! If you can't come up with an answer quickly, I will declare this discussion officially over. I'm in trouble now. What other meaning could it have besides the obvious one? We're just gonna save just in case. Maybe it means something in another language? Or maybe it's a code? Think, Phoenix, you can do this. Which piece of evidence tells us what the word woods really means? I have no clue. I got nothing, man. About to roll out for dinner and ooh, this case? Yeah, it's the first case of the game. What are you eating today, Dr. Lupin? I don't know what I'm doing, by the way. I'm just like, I got nothing. I don't know. What piece of evidence tells us what the word woods really means? Might grab something from Denny's or grab some pho. Oh, dude, I vote for pho. Pho is good. I don't know, man. Can we point to the fact that there's, like, shit missing right here? That there's, like, more to the message? Can I do that?
Take that!
What exactly is your point, Mr. Wright? I thought the evidence was supposed to tell me woods, what woods really means. But doesn't it, Your Honor? You asking me or telling me? I don't know, man. I guess I'll let you be the judge of that. And penalty. Yes, I'll do the judging around here. I judge you deserve a penalty. Thanks. That didn't go over well. Alright, I know there's something here that looks like the word woods. Is there? Is there? Try it again. What looks like woods? Not a tail. Bomb? Phony Fanty? I don't know, man. Is this supposed to be like 3000? But then she messed up on the last 0 and it came out looking like a D? That seems weird. Oh. L100115R. It's this, but then he added a couple... Yeah, he just added a couple lines to throw people off.
Take that!
I get it! I get it! I figured it out! I didn't think really hard about that one. I was just like, this is fucking weird. Too big brain for me. Bomb transport case? I've about had it up to here with your shenanigans, Mr. Wright. Stay with me. Take a look at the numbers on this case, Your Honor. L10015R. Doesn't this string look vaguely familiar? L100. What does that have to do with anything?
What could those numbers possibly have to do with the case at hand?
Now, please take a look at the bloody writing shown in the crime photo.
Oh, I think I see it.
Atta girl, that's one on my side. It says woods. No, or you could say it's a horse of a different color, Your Honor. The first character isn't a W, it's actually an L and a 1. The next two are zeros. Oh my goodness! The true meaning behind the bloody writing isn't Miss Woods' name. It's the number engraved on this bomb transport case.
What are you talking about? The next part doesn't make any sense. The next number's a 1, but the bloody writing says D.
Objection!
Yeah, easy to tamper with, buddy. But the number on the case and the bloody writing can be made to match up quite easily. This is how the number on the transport case can be made to match the bloody writing. Erase 2 lines. Please erase the third downward stroke of the W and the curved part of the D. Well, would you look at that? L1001S. No, it's a 5. It's a 5! No, Your Honor. It isn't meant to be read as a word. It's the number L10015, which, if you take away the final R, is the exact same number that's on the bomb transport case.
Erase 2 lines and they match up, you say? Well, I can change anything into anything else simply by erasing 2 lines.
That's bullshit and you know it.
What if we erase 2 lines from your name? Would you be happy as Mr. Wright?
Well, would you, Mr. Wright? Why do you go along with this, Judge? The only right spelling of my is right with a T. Okay, I'm doing pretty well here, and I think I've drawn the right conclusion. The Chain of Arms' real message to us is the bomb transport case number. Your Honor, the 2 lines were added by the real culprit to intentionally mislead people.
What?
The original message Detective Arm left behind was the transport case number, but whoever assaulted Apollo changed the message.
If you're right, boss, then what do you suppose Detective Arm was trying to tell us?
Good question. What does this number represent? It's the ID number of the officer who the case belongs to.
Do you see this number here? That is my identification number.
Candace Arm lost her life in the courtroom bombing. Her dying message could only have had one purpose.
No!
To tell us the name of the one responsible for the bombing. Well, don't keep us in suspense, Mr. Wright. Tell us who she was trying to name. The culprit that the victim was trying to identify is none other than... Weird Robot Man. Ted Tenate. The defense wishes to indict Mr. Ted Tenate on the charge of the courtroom bombing. Ted Tenate? Apparently, disabling bombs isn't Mr. Tenate's only specialty. Somehow the victim must have realized that he was the bomber. So, when she was caught in the blast, she left his bomb transport case number as her dying message. She used Mr. Tenate's own ID number to finger him for the crime.
Why would anyone go out of their way to write an ID number? Wouldn't they simply write the person's name?
It's got a good point there. What do you have to say to that, Mr. Wright? That only Detective Arm would know the answer to that, but allow me to offer a theory. Perhaps Detective Arm couldn't recall Mr. Tenate's name in the heat of the moment. As I recall, this was the first meeting between the two. It's entirely possible they wouldn't have been familiar with each other.
Or maybe using the ID number was a way to hide its true meaning from the real culprit, thus lowering the odds that they would erase the bloody writing.
But, no matter what the reason, the important thing is the meaning behind her message. The fact remains, she wrote Mr. Tenate's ID number.
Now, just 1 moment here. There hasn't been any proof yet that it was indeed Detective Arm who wrote it. The bloody writing wasn't found during the investigation after the blast.
Yeah, because the damn case was over it.
If Detective Arm had left the message, it should have been found at that time.
Did you move the case? Naturally, Mr. Tenate hid it before anyone could discover it. And there's a simple explanation for how he was able to do so.
What?
Mr. Tenate was able to cover the message up because he's a stickler for details, the first to find the body, wearing this word. Was he the first? I think he was the first, wasn't he? For real? Yeah, for real deal. I'm gonna go with the first to find the body. I think he did say that, didn't he? The first person to discover the bloody writing was Mr. Tenate himself.
I was the first one on the scene after the explosion.
Yeah, okay, I did remember correctly.
I went there to ensure safety, but I ended up discovering a body.
When Mr. Tenate saw the victim had written his ID number, he used the bomb transport case to cover up the bloody writing as a stopgap measure.
Oh, so that's why the message in blood was under the transport case.
He didn't have enough time to try and scrub away the writing. If he didn't report the body right away, he would look suspicious. So, those letters lived on to serve another function. Oh, thanks for the Momo Pyramid! This is a Chiriko, though. But Momo is still perfect. Momo's great. Well, Mr. Tenate used them in another incident. Oh, the assault on Mr. Justice! Exactly. Mr. Tenate hit upon a plan to use the bloody writing for his own purposes. Yes, Chiriko, what are you looking at? So he didn't clean it away, instead he made it look like Mr. Justice wrote it. By adding 2 lines to the writing that Detective Arm left behind. He changed the meaning of the message. Oh, bye, cat. He's behind me. Right there. Where are you going? Alright, bye. He made it look like Mr. Justice was accusing Miss Woods of the attack.
So that means
the only person who could have altered the bloody writing was the courtroom bomber, who was the same person that assaulted Mr. Justice. And that person is Ted Tanate. Yeah! Damn, look at that. Look at that rotating shot. Very nice. Order in the court! Order, I say! Looks like we'll have to hear from the bomb specialist himself. Mr. Payne, please have Mr. Tanate take the witness stand.
Yes, Your Honor. That was great, Mr. Wright.
Just doing what I do best, which is flying by the seat of my pants.
Dismantling the case is yours. Do you think you can handle it? I look forward to seeing you try.
Welcome. Finally drawn Mr. Tanate back onto the witness stand. Looks like you'll get your wish, goggle man. Now watch me take your lies apart. Mr. Tanate, I'm afraid we have a few more questions for you.
I understand the situation, Your Honor. I was keeping a close eye on the proceedings from the gallery. The allegations are all laughable.
Objection!
I wouldn't be laughing if I were you, Mr. Tanate. The message in blood matches your ID number. The same ID number that is there on that bomb transport case.
Such a far-fetched theory. No better than a tangled ball of wires.
Hey, cat. 3D stuff.
I'll have them untangled for you in no time at all.
You are the first person on the scene after Detective Arm left her message in blood. You were the only one who could have hidden the writing and then used it again later.
I see. Times 2. But then, let me ask you, do you have any proof that Detective Arm wrote that message?
That's a very good question. Well, do you, Mr. Wright? The best way to prove that Detective Arm wrote that message is to analyze the DNA. Your Honor, I request that a DNA test be performed on the blood itself. Once we know whose it is, it'll be obvious as to who wrote the message. Very well. Bailiff, please put in a request for a DNA test with the forensics team. Yes, Your Honor. It will be some time before we have the results of the analysis. Until then, let's hear more from the witness.
I would like nothing more, Your Honor. I want the court to hear how ridiculous the defense's theory is.
After the explosion.
I admit I was the first one on the scene after the explosion, but there was no bloody writing there at the time. Anyway, there is no way Detective Arm could have written it. She struck her head on rubble and died near the courtroom entrance. She was too far away from where the bloody message was found.
Okay, but here's the thing. How? Like, did she... This is a weird position for her to be in. She struck her head on rubble, like how? Like, when she, like, have fallen over? Why is she sitting up? It's just weird. And there's no blood anywhere around her. So, you're saying that the victim's body was nowhere near where the writing was?
Precisely. It is as plain as day that she could not have written it. It's true that the body was discovered near the entrance to the courtroom. Please have a look at this crime scene photo.
Oh, okay. Well, now we have... Alright. The thing I was talking about. Yeah, that is a lot of blood there. I don't know. It's just something weird about it. She's got a little blood here, too, on her shirt. which is kind of random.
As you can see, there's blood on the rubble near the victim's body. She must have died after hitting her head there.
Courtroom bombing photo added to the court record. I see. Alright then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Do you have what it takes to take my infallible testimony apart?
I don't know if you're infallible, but, you know, we're gonna do our thing. After the explosion... Alright, he's the first one on the scene. Why were you the first person on the scene?
To secure the area. It is regulation for a bomb disposal specialist to enter first.
In other words, you had the opportunity to alter the bloody writing then, didn't you?
Well...
Objection!
Mr. Wright, please don't interrupt. Mr. Tenate is about to give testimony that will show just how wrong your reasoning is.
Darn, I think he was just about to say something interesting, too.
When I went in and saw the aftermath, well, it was quite the disaster.
No bloody writing, he says. You were able to tell this even with those goggles on?
With these goggles, there is no way I could have missed something like that. I can see quite well with them. In fact, I can see every hair on your spiky head. Oh, you have a few grays, Mr. Wright.
What?
Boy, Mr. Wright, you're always working so hard keeping our office together.
Wait a minute! I don't have any gray hairs! I don't either anymore, because now it's all dyed.
Just kidding.
Objection!
I object to the witness's attempt to prematurely give me gray hair. Mr. Tenate, this court frowns upon untoward comments on a person's hair, or lack thereof. Sensitive matter for the judge here.
I'm sensing a great sorrow coming from the judge. My apologies, Your Honor. May I please continue my testimony?
No way Detective Arm could have written it, he says. So he says. If she didn't write it, then who do you suppose did? Proposed did, sorry.
Mr. Justice, of course. Just before dying, he wrote the name of his attacker, Juniper Woods. A final message from your poor subordinate.
Poor Mr. Justice. I'm starting to get all misty-eyed. He's not dead! He's in the hospital! He's fine! Apollo's not dead, folks.
So how can you be so sure it wasn't Detective Arm who wrote the message? It is very simple.
That dialogue hurts. Yeah, it does.
She had struck her head on rubble and...
Oh, she struck her head on the rubble and died near the courtroom entrance. Do you imagine she was thrown back by the force of the blast?
A bomb can inflict damage not only from the explosion itself, but also substantial secondary damage from the blast wind. Detective Arm unfortunately hit her head on some rubble. It's stated in her autopsy report as well. Cause of death, trauma to the back of the head.
Trauma to the back of head with impact with a flat object. Flat object! Flat object! That's a corner! Contradiction. Come on to you. Ah, the autopsy report. I'd better take another look at that.
Now do you see Detective Arm...
Sorry, wrong voice, sorry.
Now do you see Detective Arm could not have written that message. The reason for that being...
too far away from where the bloody message was found. Isn't it possible she could have crawled to the area of the bloody message?
If that were true, then how did she return to the spot near the entrance?
Maybe she crawled back after writing it? Hey, this guy just humphed me? In robot? On his little key thingy?
Would you like to get down on the floor and give us a demonstration of your theory?
No thank you.
The victim's body and the writing are several yards away from each other. There's no way she could reach. Quite the conundrum.
We'll come up with a good widget voice later, or maybe I'll start using a voice mod for widget. We'll see. So that means something's off somewhere. There must be a contradiction.
Maybe the body was moved? And that doesn't explain how blood got onto the rubble.
What if that was done by the real culprit after the fact? If that's the case, then something about that might contradict the evidence we have. Oh, I know exactly where it is. Alright, we're ready. Struck it on the rubble and died near the courtroom entrance, except this is not a flat piece as it says in the autopsy report. Are we ready, guys? Objection! You are a terrible liar, Mr. Tenate. Take a look at this autopsy, specifically the part about Detective Arm's head injury. Cause of death, trauma to the back of a head caused by impact with a flat object.
Yes? What about it?
Now take a good look at the bloody piece of rubble. It's sharp and pointed. Oh, and that's keyboard spam.
Hey, you're right, boss. It is pointy.
Just like your hair. Hey! Just like your hair. Rude. Thanks. That is odd, isn't it? What could be the meaning of this contradiction? I believe it means the victim did not hit her head on this piece of rubble. The bloodstain you see is just another fabrication. Its purpose is to mislead us into thinking the victim died near the courtroom entrance.
Are you claiming the culprit moved the victim's body?
Yep. That's exactly what I'm claiming. The victim hit her head at some other location, most likely on the floor or some other flat surface. And this location was somewhere near where the bloody writing was found.
In that case, she definitely could have written the message.
Your Honor! I have the results of the bloodstain analysis. Ah, very good timing. Let's take a look. According to this report, the message was written in Detective Arm's blood. And as the defense claims, only the parts of the message that were added afterwards were written in Mr. Justice's blood. Ooh, got you. It would appear that the defense's assertion is correct after all. Bloody writing analysis added to the court record. A report that proves to the detective that the writing was done in Detective Arm's blood.
Yes, you did it! You were right, boss.
Now I have to drive it home. I'll have to take a good look at that bloody writing analysis later. How about now? How about now? How about we look at it now? DNA analysis definitely proves that the blood of the writing to be that of the victim, Kata's Arm, age 27. However, the lines that were added later were found to be written in the blood of Apollo Justice, age 23. And there's, you know, this is a bit missing here. So there's that. We know how robots actually would read this. They would read each individual letter. We're not going to do that. Mr. Tenate, it is now apparent that you have told several lies to this court. I hope you have some sort of explanation for yourself.
Fine, I will confess.
You will? But then why are you so calm?
This time, I will tell the truth.
The truth. It is true that Detective Arm wrote my ID number. She very plainly wrote L100015R. I was shocked, but I did not detonate the bomb. Detective Arm must have mistaken me for the real bomber. Nope. Not wanting to be accused, I moved the body and covered the writing. My bad. Does anybody believe this bullshit? I see. So it is your assertion that you merely moved the body, is that it? That is correct. I did not kill Detective Arm. My bad, yeah. Yeah, that's gonna fly. In court, yeah. Oh, well, if that's all you did, then... Wait a minute! That in itself is a criminal act! Glad to see you finally crossed that finish line, Your Honor. Very well, then. Your cross-examination, please, Mr. Wright. Alright, she wrote his ID number. So you admit that you actually did see the bloody writing that Detective Arm left. My bad. I should have said so from the outset. And you are sure it was your ID number? I am sure. It was definitely my ID number. That number was assigned exclusively to me by the police department. The number is assigned to my goggles as well. So those funky things were provided by the police department. Although, these are special goggles customized by me, personally.
Speaking of personalized, these sunglasses of mine were custom made as well.
They're ugly, so I think you should get a refund.
They were specially created to be particularly dark and shiny. Why is that even necessary?
Speaking of special, my gavel is made of mahogany and was custom made as well. Alright, that's a little cooler. Totally unnecessary, but, you know, as a judge, it makes sense that you would want a special gavel. Fine, I will accept that. It was specially created to make a particularly loud and resounding sound. Wish I had something to brag about. Be all that as it may, I just want to reconfirm you saw the bloody writing clearly. And that it was your ID number.
That is correct. My ID number was written in blood on the floor.
Very plainly wrote... Okay, see, but in the photo, the R is missing is the problem. But we're gonna keep pressing this just to see what he says. L10015R, and it was written after the bomb went off in the courtroom?
Correct. I didn't know why she would write it, so that sent me into a panic.
Sounds like you were in quite a tizzy.
If I were in his shoes, I guess it would have psyched me out too. I can't imagine someone coming across the message "Psychs" written in blood. If I saw "gasp in pain" written in blood, it'd certainly make me gasp. Rest assured, Mr. Tonate, I understand how you must have felt.
And so you discovered your ID number written in blood at the scene, and...
That is right. I saw it with my own eyes. It very clearly said L10015R.
Didn't detonate the bomb, he says. Didn't you? Didn't you? The victim may not have had special knowledge of who the bomber was. Sorry, the victim may have had special knowledge.
I have no idea what thoughts Detective Arm may have had inside her head. It is not like I ever dismantled her mind to check. Mr. Wright, if you have suspicions about the witness, let's see your proof. Evidence is everything in a court of law. Even school children know that. How many years have you been a defense attorney now?
Cut me some slack, will you?
Don't feel bad, boss. you just got your attorney's badge back after all. In that sense, you're still more of a beginner than I am.
I suppose I should be thankful you're not a licensed psychologist. Mr. Tenate, please continue with our testimony.
With pleasure. My ID number was left at the scene, but...
Detective Arm must have mistaken him for the real bomber. By mistaken, do you mean you had nothing to do with the explosion?
That is correct. That is why I was so shocked when I saw my ID number.
Oh wait, hold on. Did we repeat? No, I don't think so.
The victim may have suspected Mr. Tenate for no reason other than the fact that, as the bomb specialist, he was in charge of the bomb. In other words, a false accusation. It's vocational discrimination, I say.
I do not support discrimination of any kind.
Well spoken, Your Honor. If the victim had been found to be killed with a gavel, Mr. Blue Suit over there probably would have pinned the crime on you.
No! That's not how this works! I don't do a shoddy job of investigating like you do. He would? Well, that just wouldn't do. Mr. Wright, if you dare try to pin anything on me, I will find you in contempt of court. But I've never even tried to harm a hair on... a strand on your beard, Your Honor.
Well said, Mr. Payne. Because I am so closely associated with bombs, I was afraid I would be prosecuted if anyone saw the bloody writing.
And so he moved the body. My bad. You didn't think to clean away the bloody writing?
I didn't have time. By the time I found the message, the blood was already dry. The police were waiting just outside for me to secure the room, and I still had to move the body. I was in a panic. With no time to spare, I temporarily covered the writing with my case.
Didn't you think the police would find it during their investigation?
Regulation stipulates only specialists may touch transport cases.
How convenient.
Because of the danger, you see. I thought I would clean up the writing once they were finished. My bad.
My bad? Does he really think that will just magically smooth everything over? This guy is something else. And I don't believe Detective Arm's dying message was just some mistake. He won't wriggle out of this that easily. What did Mr. Tenate see when he first discovered the bloody writing? There has to be a contradiction hidden in his testimony somewhere. Oh, I know where it is. She very plainly wrote L10015R, you say. Where's the R? Ready? Objection! I just want to make doubly sure that L10015R is really what you saw written in blood.
Yes, it very clearly said L10015R.
But that's odd, because that's not what I see.
Objection!
What on earth are you babbling on about now? Wasn't it you who claimed that bloody writing was his ID number in the first place?
Take a good look at the photo in the bloody writing analysis. Now, tell me, does it really say L10015R?
Oh.
Oh, sorry, he went, oh. And then Payne went, eep. Something's missing, isn't it? And that something is the final R. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Tenate?
Oh, right. Now I remember. There was no R on the end. It was just a slip of the finger. My bad.
Come back, my beautiful contradiction.
Mr. Wright, I'm not so sure it was just a simple slip of the finger.
You have something for me, Athena?
I sense that he's extremely agitated, almost panicked.
He does look pretty flustered. Chewing on a wire. What are you, a cat? Or a dog? Well, Mr. Wright, it appears it was nothing more than a mere mistake. I doubt that. I don't know. Did he really just make a typo? Nope. What about that R? Did Mr. Tenate really see it? Oh, he actually saw it, yeah. Maybe Mr. Tenate really did see the R, but there's no R anywhere in the bloody writing. What's going on here? Huh? Now that I take another good look at the photo, I think maybe... That's it!
What is it now, Mr. Wright? Are you trying to imitate Apollo and his cords of steel?
I've got it. So that's what happened. A slip of the finger? Is that really all it was? Because I don't think so. I propose that Mr. Tenate really did see the letter R. Dr. Lupin, thanks so much for the 10-month resub. Is that, I don't think that's a new... You're 2 months away from the new badge. I need to make... I need to upload more badges. More shop badges soon. Very much chewing on a wire like a cat? Yeah, he was. It was pretty funny. But... the photo clearly shows that there is no R. Yeah, no, actually it does show that there was one there, but it... No, Your Honor, actually just the opposite is true. The photo shows that Mr. Tenate actually could have seen the R. If you're going to make that claim, then you'd better be able to point out what you mean. Oh, I will. What part of the photo shows that Mr. Tenate could have seen the R? We're gonna go right over here. Take that! Please look here to the right of the 5. Can you see a little bit of red? Oh, I see it! Just on the edge of where that floor is broken up. That's the R that Mr. Tenate saw.
Objection!
It's true that the witness wears some very, very odd goggles. But that doesn't mean his eyesight is bad, nor his brain power. What part of that little smudge looks like an R to you?
Objection!
But what Mr. Tenate saw wasn't that little smudge. There was a whole and complete R written there. Before the floor was damaged by the explosion. Oh, well, that explains it. Huh?
Can you explain what you mean? Because you just proposed that everything happened in the exact opposite order.
Yeah, I know. Yep, because that's the way it really went down. The timing of when the R was written turns everything about this case around. Now then, if the floor was damaged by the explosion, when was the message written? Before the explosion. With the bloody message running off the edge of the damaged floor like that, we can only conclude that it was written before the explosion.
But that's ridiculous!
That were true, it overturns your own premise! That's right, it does. In fact, it turns everything upside down. The victim was not killed by the explosion in the courtroom. She was killed before the explosion ever occurred. Order! Order in the court!
What kind of preposterous claim is that? Have you forgotten that the victim's body was found at the scene of the explosion?
Objection!
True, but consider this scenario. She was hit on the head and killed before the explosion. Or even before the trial began. Her body was subsequently placed in the courtroom ruins after the bombing occurred. That way, it could be made to look like she was a victim of the blast.
What?
Sounds like we had better look into what the victim was doing before the trial. Mr. Payne, did anyone see Detective Arm before the trial?
Let's see. According to the police report... Ah, here it is. One person. One person saw the victim before the trial. And that person was... Ted Tenate. Wait, what?
No one besides Mr. Tenate saw the victim?
That appears to be the case, Your Honor.
Look at him sweat. Look at that sweat! Oh, him too. I would now ask the court to recall something. Specifically, Mr. Tanate's words from yesterday. It was when Detective Arm and I were transporting the bomb. Oh my! Mr. Tanate, just before the trial, you were with the victim. The two of you were together at the scene of the crime, courtroom number 4. Ah! And keyboard spam. They both sweating. Your Honor, defense requests new testimony from Mr. Tanate. We wish to hear what he has to say about his whereabouts just before the trial. Tanate better not short out. Mr. Tanate, your testimony, please.
My testimony? There is no need for keyboard spam. He's completely unnerved, Mr. Wright.
You must have hit the nail on the head.
Because of... All did was transport the B bomb to the 3 courtroom.
Hey, Chickapoo, what's up? Hope you're having a great weekend. Welcome back to our Ace Attorney stream. First case here.
I already told you.
Wait, hold on. How do robots say that? Powwow, and then more keyboard spam. Oh, that's keyboard spam. I don't have to read that. We're good. We good. Oh shit! No! Don't auto scroll. Fuck. Gah! Blast this thing. I was only in the courtroom with the victim because of our work. I swear I was only transporting the bomb there.
Objection!
You and the victim were alone together at the scene of the crime. In other words, you certainly had the opportunity to commit murder, did you not?
Objection!
Do you always leave yourself so open to attacks, Mr. Wright?
What now, Mr. Payne?
Yes, Mr. Tanate may have had the opportunity to kill Detective Arm, but an important piece of your assertion is missing.
What important piece?
The murder weapon. What do you claim was used to kill the victim?
Mr. Payne has a point. Even if Mr. Tanate had the chance, without a weapon, we can't accuse him of the crime.
Well, Mr. Tanate?
Oh, yes, that's right. Look at that evil laughter. I didn't have any sort of thing that could be used as a murder weapon on me. I couldn't possibly have killed Detective Arm. What about the thing you're holding? Did he really have nothing he could use as a murder weapon? What is it, Athena?
Just looking over the victim's autopsy report. I'm hoping there's something in here that can point us in the right direction.
Flat object. Well, it does say that she died from trauma to the back of the head with a flat object.
Yeah, and to inflict that specific kind of injury, all you would need is a flat surface, right?
A heavy, blunt object with a flat surface could definitely be our murder weapon. Well, Mr. Wright, can you indicate for the court what was used to kill Detective Arm, the bomb? Oh, and then he blew it up, so there's no evidence so that was used as the murder weapon now because he blew it up. I believe I can. Believe being the keyword here. Yeah, you can? Then please do so now. What did Mr. Tanate have that could have been used as the murder weapon? A bomb. Tanate has the key to that. Or the switch. Let's go with the bomb first, because the bomb's pretty heavy. It's 12 pounds. We were talking about how don't drop that on your foot earlier, remember? Alright, take that! Mr. Tenate, you say you didn't have anything that could be used as a weapon. But, in fact, you had the perfect thing. What? What the devil are you talking about? You had this. That's the bomb! No shit. I thought you were trying to prove that the victim wasn't killed by the bomb blast. Yeah, the bomb blast, no, but I believe Candace's arm was killed by the bomb. Because this is the blunt object that delivered the fatal blow to her head. Gah! I just... Seeing the goggles, like, fall off his face is pretty funny. Please recall the description of Detective Arm's head wound. Trauma to the back of the head caused by impact with a flat object. We assumed the injury was sustained when her head hit the floor. But a blow from any flat side of this bomb would produce the exact same wound pattern. Ugh. Gah! Ugh. Evil man, evil. What is with him? And show me some proof. Where's the evidence that I hit the victim with the bomb? Yeah, he's right. I don't have anything decisive because he blew up the bomb. Did you find any of the victim's blood on the bomb? That would be decisive proof. But too bad, the bomb is blown to bits. It's long gone. Boom! Game over. Yeah!
Mr. Wright, is there really nothing on the bomb in this photo?
Oh, it's cracked! Why is it cracked? I don't see any blood or anything. Wait! Oh, sorry.
Wait, the timer display's a little broken here. Maybe it broke when it made contact with Detective Arm's head.
That's definitely a distinct possibility. But unless we find a fragment with the victim's blood on it, it's not gonna count.
Guess you're right.
By setting off the bomb, Tenate managed to obliterate all traces of the murder weapon. What in the world do I do now? Times like this, I've gotta change gears and look at things in a different way. Instead of looking for things he wasn't able to hide, I should be looking for a way to expose the things he did hide. Ted Tenate murdered Detective Arm before the trial started. Then he placed her body in the courtroom after the bomb went off. We should look inside of his bomb transport case because that's probably where the body was. Which means there was something he needed to keep hidden until then. And I think I've just the thing. Time to present the photo that shows exactly what Mr. Tenate had to hide. I mean, he had to hide the body, right? But they said present the photo. Hold up, let's save in case we fuck this up really bad. I don't think we will, but... Okay, so, I mean, obviously he moved the body, so he had to hide the body. It says present the photo, so I think we go with this first. Your Honor, there's something we've all been overlooking. If the murder took place before the trial, then Mr. Tenate would have had to hide the body somewhere during the trial.
Hey, you're right! And if we can figure out where the hiding place was...
Exactly. We might be able to find some evidence we can pin him down with. So where could Mr. Tenate have hidden the body during the trial? In his transport case that only he can touch. Wait, a box big enough for a body, a box that was in the courtroom the whole time? A box nobody would touch if they thought there was a bomb in it. Mr. Tenate! What is it? Do you finally have some decisive evidence to show me? No, you're the one who's gonna show it to me.
Come again?
You heard me. Now show me what's inside that bomb transport case. What? Why? No! There's no need! Got him now. Just before the trial, you killed the victim with a blunt object. And then you placed her body in the ruins of the courtroom after the bomb went off. Clearly you were trying to make it look like she died in the explosion. But where was the body hidden during the trial? Oh, I hadn't thought of that. The answer is right here. Inside a box made of thick alloy plating that can withstand any impact. No, that's, completely false. If it's false, you should have no objections to showing us your transport case. So, let's open it up and take a look inside, shall we? Ooh. He said, hold it. Let's not if you value your life. What's he up to now? Remain calm and listen carefully. This bomb will detonate in 5 minutes. God, son of a bitch. What? Huh? I repeat, this HH3000 will detonate in 5 minutes. What's going on? Your Honor, I recommend you adjourn this trial before this bomb goes off. Mr. Tenate, are you threatening me? I am the only one who can disable this bomb. If you do not want to die, your only option is to listen to me.
But Mr. Tenate, didn't you say that's just a training model? A fake to practice on?
I did, but I also lied. This is the real deal. This is the HH3000. But the HH3000 was used to blow up courtroom number 4, wasn't it? How do you know? It was the real HH3000 that blew up courtroom number 4. Huh. The bomb that blew up the courtroom was a different one that I made. What? Then are we to take that as a confession of your part? Take it any way you would like. Just before the trial, I took the HH3000 out of the stuffed animal and put my own bomb into it. That was the bomb that exploded and destroyed courtroom number 4.
Mr. Tenate, please be reasonable. Do you really expect us to believe a crazy story like that?
The HH3000. It is so unique. I had never seen anything like it. It is so unique that I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. So, I just had to have it. Besides, did anyone look inside the stuffed animal during the trial? Did anyone check to see if it really was the HH3000 in there? I must confess, no one opened the stuffed animal to check.
So there really is a possibility that the bomb was switched out?
No, not a possibility, a certainty. I did it. So he's had a real bomb with him this whole time? You had better get out of here while you can. You do not have much time. Order! Order in the court! I'm out of here! It's gonna blow! Run! And panic. And everybody runs. You 4 are still here? Well, aren't you brave? It just wouldn't do for the judge presiding over this court to run. But that horrible explosion the other day... Judge looks like he's about to book it for the nearest exit any second. And Mr. Payne...
Hi! That is...
And there he goes. Bye! And he's off.
Mr. Wright, what do we do?
It'd be pretty pathetic to run now, wouldn't it?
But the bomb might really go off.
Only 3 more minutes, folks. Is that bomb really the HH-3000? What should I do? Run like a yellow-bellied chicken and stand my ground. Stand my ground. I ain't no chicken! Can't run now. Well, it's been fun, but I will be going now. With my dear HH-3000, naturally. Oh, and by the way, I would advise against having me followed. Even with no remote switch, this bomb can still be triggered manually. If I think I'm being followed, I will detonate it on the spot. Farewell. He gone? Yeah, Payne just booked it. He left. You're not going at it anywhere, Ted Tonate. Oh. Your Honor, there's no reason to be afraid. That bomb is a fake! Are you sure, Mr. Wright? More of your famous bluffing? Even at the risk of your own life? Mr. Wright, none of your bluffing now, not at a time like this. Lives are on the line here! I'm not bluffing, and I have proof. You do? Yes, of course, Your Honor. It's right here in the photo of the bomb, clear as day. Proof that Mr. Tonate's bomb is not the real HH-3000. Really? Out with it then, immediately. Where's the proof? There's no display? There's no wires coming out of it? Display's not cracked? Blind guessing ho! Let's do this. The display for the timer on the bomb in the photo is broken. Most likely it broke when Mr. Tonate used the bomb to attack Detective Arm. But the display on the bomb in front of us is not broken. Oh, you're right! Therefore, this is not the real HH-3000. Mr. Tonate was clearly lying when he said he switched out the bomb in the stuffed animal. The real HH-3000 blew up in courtroom number 4. This bomb is nothing more than a fake, a model used for training purposes. Gah! What? Huh? The fuck happened? Did it crash? Is that what happened? It crashed. Alright, hold up. We gotta go through this. How much progress did we lose? I don't think we lost too much. I think we can go pretty quick here. We're just gonna speed click it. Figure out where the hiding place was. We're just gonna call him out again, and then he's gonna be. We'll get to the yellow-bellied chicken part again, and then we'll save just in case something happens. Where he hid the body, he hid it in the transport case. He made the game explode. Yeah, he did. I can speed up the dialogue in the settings. Fast forward. Good call. And we going. Intense music, go! Hid the body there. Let's look inside your transport case, buddy. It's a crash, but holy shit, game had a crashing problem too. We only did it when a cutscene started, though. Oh. That was a really oddly timed crash. I was like, did I just die? Everybody run! Is this the real bomb? Go, 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 go! We did not, in fact, check inside the stuffed animal to verify the bomb during the trial. Order! And then everybody runs. We get to watch Payne book it all over again. And there he goes. Bye! Three minutes to decide. And we save here. Just in case we crash again. Because that's a pretty good point. Stand my ground. Can't run now. Oh, actually, maybe we should save... Nah, well, it's fine. I was like thinking maybe we should save where we'd point out the display, but that's okay. This is a fake! Alright, we pointed the display. Display the timer's broken when he hit her. Oh. Not the real deal. Real one blew up. Here we go. Grah! Fear not, Your Honor. I will examine the inside of the bomb transport case myself. Yes, please do that, Mr. Wright. No, stop! Blood. What is that? Is that a blood stain? Just as I expected. Your lies have all been blown to bits, Mr. Tenate. I'm confident DNA analysis on this bloodstain will confirm that it's Detective Arm's blood. And that those results will conclusively prove that you murdered Detective Arm. Ugh. How about it, Mr. Tenate? Think you can dismantle this decisive evidence? You chewing on that wire again. Dismantle it? You're too late. You missed your chance to run, so now you're out of time. This HH-3000 is about to explode. Don't try to threaten us, Mr. Tenate. I've already proved that your bomb is a fake. It's real. This bomb is the real thing, I tell you. It's real. Then why are you smashing it around everywhere? Because it's just going to blow up in your hand if you agitate it, isn't it? Possibly. And, alright, we got the crazy breakdown time. Mad Bomber, party of one. There's no time left. It's going to blow. I have to disarm it. I have to take it apart. I can dismantle anything. I can take apart evidence. I can take apart bombs. I can dismantle it all. Dismantle, dismantle. Yep, crazy pants. I'm not gonna make it. Only one thing left to do. What the fuck is up with those goggles? Stop. Broke his goggles. He broke it. Made it. Well, his goggles blew up. Game over. Dismantle. Attempt. Failed. Tonate. Prove that this bomb's a fake. Phoenix presents number of game chapters. If this bomb was real, then why are more than 4 chapters after this one? Fair. Very fair. It's all over. My life has been blown to pieces. Objection. The timeline of this game is completely screwed up. This is gonna be a fun adventure. That's all I have to say to that. It's all that stupid woman's fault. I was selling the bombs I disarmed on the black market. Ah, I see. When I tried to take this one, she just had to notice, didn't she? She confronted me in the courtroom number 4 that day. He's sentenced and blinded for life? Yeah, probably. I'm pretty sure that the goggle is blowing up in his face where it can't be good for his eyes. That's why I had no choice! That's what they all say. Before I knew what I was doing, I hit her. It's all her fault. While I was looking for a place to hide her body, she left a message in her own blood. The trial was about to start, so I didn't have time to clean it up. And now all this. Thought for sure I could disguise her death with an explosion. And that stupid defense attorney started sticking his nose into my business. After my testimony yesterday, I went to courtroom number 4 and found that kid all up in my bomb transport case. Apollo getting all up in your grill. Gasping, it's not over yet. You have to prove this witness's motivation. And then Tony, if only that stupid woman. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's pretty much how this went, didn't it? That's when I snuck up behind him and BAM! And when that idiot police arrested that little girl, I thought for sure I could pin it all on her. Why? Oh, why? He broke. We all back in the courtroom now? Ted Tonate, you are hereby under arrest. On suspicion of the courtroom bombing and the assault on Mr. Justice. Your innocence or guilt will be determined at a later trial. Now then, I see that members of the public have returned to the gallery. One person, however, seems to still be running far, far away. Ah, our dear prosecutor. Be that as it may, I will now announce Miss Juniper Woods' verdict. Not guilty! Woo! Confetti party! Nice. Nice 3D confetti party. Very cool. We get to see how happy she is. Oh, see how everyone be happy. Except for Pain. Bye, Pain! Court is adjourned. Yeah, the detonate, the puns on all these names, like disarm and, yeah, and detonate. Yeah, it was a thing. There's a lot of bomb puns in this case. Let's forget about the events of Apollo Justice that introduced a jury system. Oh yeah, that's right! This is completely different. I mean, it's back to the old ways. It's like nothing ever happened. December 18th, 12:31 p.m. District Court. Defendant, lobby number 5.
You did it, boss!
Yeah, I guess we managed to pull it off somehow.
So many mysteries cleared up all at once. It was amazing.
It just sort of worked out that way, didn't it?
That's not the kind of thing that usually just works out. You made it happen. And the way that mean old prosecutor hightailed it out of here, that was great. Mr. Wright, Vina, thank you for everything you did for me. I'm so happy for you, Junie. Now you can go back home to the forest in peace. I hope the both of you will come and visit me there sometime.
That'd be nice. Thank you for the invitation.
I don't know, Mr. Wright. I'm not so sure you can make it all the way up to Junie's house. How high up do you live again, Junie? Around 3,000 feet, I think.
Damn. What? That's no forest, that's a mountain!
But, you know, boss? There's something that still bothers me about the case.
How we're not using the new jury system? One little mystery we never got around to solving. Oh, that? Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Is this the unresolved mystery you're thinking of? Where's the missing remote switch? What happened to Phony Fanty? Phony Fanty's probably exploderated. What's Phoenix complaining about? He's quick to travel to places in seconds? Yeah, that's true. Let's click the move button. It's easy. Well, we don't know where the missing remote switch is. And, I mean, I just kind of assumed that the tail got blown up. This is the one I'm thinking of. The remote switch, right? Yeah. I wonder where it disappeared to. Maybe Mr. Tenate just got rid of it somewhere? Yeah, it is a pretty big thing to leave unsolved, though. Well, let's leave it up to the police to find. That's definitely not gonna come back and bite us in the ass later. For now, we should be celebrating our not guilty verdict.
I guess you're right. Hey, I know. Junie, shall we go report the good news? You know, to that certain someone? Okay.
Huh? Her grandmother?
No, silly, to Apollo.
Oh, right. The Unsolved Mysteries Attorney's Badge. We don't know if he passed the bar legitimately or used save states to cheat. Ooh. Harsh. He passed it once. I'm sure he could pass it again. But he does bluff a lot. Well, why don't we all go to the hospital together to see him?
Great idea. I bet he's bored out of his mind. Okay.
And so the courtroom bombing case came to a close. But the next trial was just over the horizon. There's never a dull moment with so many lawyers in the office, that's for sure. Apollo Justice, Athena Sykes, and me, Phoenix Wright. Between the three of us, there's no case we can't solve. When our powers combine... Captain Planet, Triforce, what are we going with? We're an unstoppable team! At least that's what I believed. So with our powers combined, we make a competent lawyer? Is that what this works? How this works? But all of that changed with what Apollo said to us that day. It was something that would put my faith in us to the ultimate test. Date, question mark, time, question mark, write anything, agency. Where's Trucy? Cutscene time. We still got Trucy's stuff here. Oh, there she is.
Wait, what do you mean by a leave?
Oh.
Can you at least give me a reason why?
I can only say that this is something I must settle on my own.
Nice to see Trucy still around.
Oh, why, Apollo? Why are you shutting us out?
Well, it's not like he's quitting forever. He's just taking a leave of absence to go look into something. It's not like Hobo Phoenix didn't disappear in the last game for a while.
What happened to you, Apollo? Ever since you put that jacket on, you've changed.
Where is that jacket from?
Whose jacket is that? And now, for whatever reason, all my mind keeps doing is returning to the day I first met you. We had tackled our first case together, he and I, this past spring. And as we did, I came to know who he is and how he thinks. It was a very peculiar case, one in which the victim was killed by a mythical creature.
Interesting. Illustrations and anime cutscene galleries have been unlocked. Nice. Extras and DLC. Very cool. Saving data. Wait, we're not ready to start this yet. Pause. No! Oh, okay. We'll watch the cutscene now, and then we're just gonna have to rewatch it later. What the hell is going on? We got a Tengu and a Kitsune. And the Tengu's being dragged into a cave.
The nine-tailed fox defeated the evil Tenmataro and sealed the fallen demon away. To this day, it is said that he slumbers even still within the forbidden chamber.
What am I watching? Oh, that's not...
Night, night, Alderman. Sweet dreams.
Okay.
At long last, the revival of Tenmataro is at hand.
Holy crap. Gee, you wonder who's the killer? Okay, alright, let me go back and see what I missed in chat. So the day was saved by Phoenix, Athena, Apollo, who's still unconscious. Oh, seriously, somebody help him, that floor's filthy. To be fair, they did actually move him to the hospital, but yeah, that floor is pretty darn filthy. He quit because he was promised Apollo Justice 2, instead we got Phoenix Wright dual Destinies, and he's mad as hell. That's also very fair. Alright, Timelines Case 2, DLC 3, 4, Part 1. There's DLC? 1, 4, Part 2, 5. Oh, that is a very screwy timeline. Well, okay. So it is almost 10. It's been almost 4 hours. We don't have enough time to start the next case just yet, so we will go back to doing that later. How do I get back to... Oh, return to title. There it is. So we can get some... Yeah, that's fine. We'll watch it next time. Anyway, DLC case is really good. Recommend playing it after the second or third case. Okay, we'll try to remember that, but... Yeah. That was fun. That was an adventure. In some... Man, what a start. It started off with a bang, literally, because it was a bombing case. And that was the longest first case ever. It's normally a 1-dayer, but this time we went on to 2 days, so that's pretty cool. Pretty neat indeed. Okay. Well, thanks everyone for watching. I appreciate everyone who stopped by, said hello, all my lurkers here. You know, we're back to doing our regular Ace Attorney Saturday streams, which I don't foresee, you know, any hiccups, but I know there's some people who are going to be stopping by throughout the month during the summer, so hopefully that doesn't interfere with stream dates. I'll keep you updated if that's the case, but for now, we're going to go raid Neo Neko, who's playing Genshin Impact. Yeah. I'll see y'all guys next week. Thanks again for the resub, Dr. Lupon, all the lurks, and everything, and chat messages. Appreciate everyone who comes by to these streams and enjoys the shenanigans in this crazy game with the really both fun and painful puns. I love it. So yeah, thanks you guys. I'll see you guys all next week for the continuation of Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. See you everybody. Bye.
I mean, it has to be, right? Celebrate with his Fatui partner.
If so, it's no ordinary celebration.
Are you wondering how he can afford such things if he was poor this whole time? It's a Wade of 4 people. I was wondering why my notifications went up by one, but nothing appeared until now. Look at the logo. Look at the Chirico. Look at the babies. Hey, you. It's you. It's you in game. Wait, what? Math? Oh no, the cat math.